You either want Disney Star Wars to fail, or you don't.
Sometimes people just need some space.
There are Lucas facts, and then there is cringe factor.
Explore the adherence to canon, continuity, and lore.
We have more fun ripping Disney Star Wars than the Shills do enjoying it. And that triggers them. Finally! It is January 10th, episode 1 of Star Triggered. What is up, everyone in the chat? Gatekeepers Alliance 100%. What is up, everybody? Woo! How are we doing tonight? How are my 4 co-hosts doing tonight? We are the Gatekeepers Alliance.
Ready to rock and roll.
To trigger the Disney Shills.
Hell yeah. Let's do this.
I mean, we have a show. We're not just going to sit here and BS and read the chat and just hang out. We got a full-on show. We got some segments. We got some guests later towards the end of the show. We got a hell of a show planned for you guys tonight, and it's going to be fucking epic. We already have over 150 people in the chat. Please share the stream. For those of you who are new here, I am Mr. Grizzy. And down there we have Darth Melvin of the Knights of Melvin.
What's up?
How are you doing, sir?
We're here to fucking trigger the Disney Shills. They're gonna be whining and crying about this show and be like, mommy, stop triggered! Fuck the Disney Shills! We are here. This is the first episode, and get ready. Get ready for the Shills to have Star Wars meltdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of them already melted down. They're already melting down on Twitter. We got people trying to get the channel taken down, the Twitter blocked. So I think we're already having an impact. We haven't even had a show yet. What do you know?
What a shock! What a shock! OG Star Wars.
What's up?
Is that your name?
No, it's not. OG Star Wars is my name. What's up, you guys? I'm so happy to be here with you guys and contribute to the Star Triggered. And yeah, I mean, I do it regularly on Twitter, so might as well do it now. So let's go. One of your drinks. Yeah, let's go. One of your drinks.
Drink.
I'm drinking water tonight, guys. I'm drinking fucking water.
Beer.
I had to do that. I had to do that.
Would say, let's go.
As they all would say, let's go. United Spacers Alliance is here. We had a hell of a Skeleton Crew premiere stream together.
Absolutely,
good to see you,
absolutely.
Sir.
Yeah, I don't think I've touched hard liquor since then. So, I'm getting to the point where maybe I'll take a couple, but it's been beer only since then. Yeah, guys, it's going to be fun tonight. We're going to get angry. We're going to get happy. But at the end of the day, we are going to expose shills, fence riders, and anyone else in between. That's what it's about. We're going to share the truth and have fun doing it. And trust me, it's going to be fucking fun.
Yep.
Last but not least, Star Wars Marvel purist.
What's going on, guys? Let's fucking rock and roll. Yeah, I actually did drink some fucking rum tonight, but I'm not going to continue to drink it, so we're going to be all good. So I was drinking 92 proof, so yeah, I will drink beer next time we play the Shill watch along game.
Beer.
The mayor.
Burr, son. Those goddamn soy boys.
Fucking, I'm telling you, soy number one. He's the main culprit, you know. So
Yeah.
The Shill wave. Darth Melvin remembers the Shill wave from the soy boys. They were definitely doing the Shill wave.
there were many
Again,
Shill
when
waves.
one giggles, they all giggle. When one says "let's go," they all say
Oh,
"let's go."
shit.
The fucking soy wave, or maybe the soy wave, we should call it. I don't know.
Soy wave, shill wave. All I know is that they're going to be hashtag triggered.
They'll be doing the trigger
can't
wave.
wait.
Yeah, they're going to be doing the trigger wave.
The cancel wave.
There we
They're going
go.
to be sharing this stream on Reddit and be like, there's a new group that's worse than the Fandom Menace. It's the Gatekeepers Alliance. And that's great because fuck the Fandom Menace. The Fandom Menace has never done anything as epic as what we are doing tonight. It is the Gatekeepers Alliance. We are going to be triggering the Shills, and there's nothing they can do to stop us.
And we're going to be making fun of them for liking things. That's what we do here. We make fun of people for liking things.
Yeah, we're coming up on the 4-year anniversary of hashtag cancel Disney Plus, but we're only going to pretend to cancel it until WandaVision comes out so that I can make a review on it and get about 150 views on YouTube. Like, man, you guys have a lot of principles there. Gosh, you're so great.
Yeah.
Bunch of frauds.
Very, very nice.
Yes.
What I think is great about this stream, us coming together, we all trigger the Shills, but we trigger them in different ways. And so when we bring it all together, it's just going to be amazing. Fucking glorious.
They have nowhere to turn. Nowhere to turn.
Exactly. So, I guess we should get started with our first segment. So, I hate this word, but I think it's gonna have to apply. Like, star triggered. Let's go.
I had to use it too, so I just couldn't help it.
Woo! Let's go.
Yo, let's go.
Let's go, lesbians.
Let's go, lesbian. And speaking of lesbians, Mother Anasea. Did you guys hear this news today? I saw this and I was like, what a perfect thing to put in the title of the first episode of Star Triggered, you guys.
I've seen it, but I haven't read it yet. So this will be my first time really getting into this article. So, and the Park Place got that. They keep on delivering.
I've not seen it yet, and it's not surprising.
It's not.
No.
You know, it's always best to start, if it bleeds, it leads. And clearly, Jodie Turner-Smith was bleeding down below when she made this statement. The Acolyte actress Jodie Turner-Smith demands $28K monthly alimony from ex because of, quote, how difficult it is to be a black woman. $100 her ex just hated the Acolyte. $100.
Well, you have to ask yourself this. This is kind of reminiscent of I never got my, whatever it is, 40 acres and a mule. So you have to ask, does she want 40 acres and a bantha, an eopie, a dewback? Like, what is the riding creature she needs along with her 40 acres that she never got? Like, I don't know the answer to that, but the chat can probably look into it.
Perhaps. Yeah, any other thoughts on this before we get into the article? I mean, it's no surprise here. I mean, this woman, like, I guess she saw what's Rachel Zegler's been doing and figured like, oh, what a great idea. I'm just going to go that very same route myself.
I think this kind of speaks a lot to like, no compromise, right? Like people, oh, well, you guys, you got to be open-minded and just, meet in the middle. The problem is this is the kind of shit that happens when you meet in the middle, right? Especially when they get to set like where the goalposts are. If you do that, you're always going to be negotiating against your own self. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is just ridiculous. It's just a product of the society we live in today, right?
And I
And
didn't know that race applies to now for alimony or anything like that when it comes to divorce and the hardships of like something that you've never been through. Maybe your ancestors have, but really, has she ever experienced anything that was in any type of hardship before to say or to claim she needs this kind of funding because of her race?
She worked for Disney Star Wars.
Well, yeah, well, that's despite the race like thing because they hired her for diversity. So basically, she's in for diversity. She probably was very well treated compared to some other employees because of the
Yeah.
diversity.
She got to go to the good casting
Mhm.
couch room. I mean,
Right.
come on.
She got to go to the golden lined casting couch and
Yes. Yes,
You know.
with Leslie, who is also a lesbian, that was probably a very interesting. She probably learned from her master. Her master probably taught her well. If you
Yeah,
guys
she
know what
sat
I
right
mean.
next to Leslie and they rubbed legs and stuff. There you go.
Anyway, Jodie Turner-Smith, best known for her role as Mother Anasea in the failed and canceled The Gift That Keeps On Giving, The Acolyte, is making waves in her ongoing divorce from Dawson's Creek star and, more importantly, Mighty Duck star. Oh, I didn't know that. Joshua Jackson. Is that Charlie?
Charlie Conway.
That's Charlie. Wow, I didn't know. That's news to me. Mother Anasea was married to Charlie Conway of the Mighty Ducks.
Fucking cake eater.
I guess the
Fucking-
triple deke didn't work.
Yeah. Fucking
One flying V to stay
fucking-
away from.
Yeah, wasn't able to slip one past the goalie.
Jeez.
Well, and it is Hollywood, a Hollywood couple, so he probably also played on the Mighty Cucks as well. There's a good chance.
According to court and document insider leaks, Turner's demanding $28,641 per month. I didn't know that in alimony.
Month.
Mhm.
$8,543 a month in child support. Oh, so I guess he did slip one past the goalie. He's able to get past Bill Goldberg, as well as a staggering $250,000 in legal fees. Her reasoning: the challenges of being a black woman.
Like I said, I cannot fathom that with like what race does not apply here. She's just a human being that is greedy. I don't know.
That's racist, according to what the Shills would say.
Well, I know. Yeah, I'm very racist, I guess. That's what I'm told. I'm also told I'm a man too. So
I
I'm
honestly
just
don't know what
wondering-
she's talking about. Like, does she have to find a Sally Beauty supply within, I don't know, a 20-mile radius? Is that one of the challenges? Because there are certain hair products she has to have. Like, what is it? If I were the ex-husband or the potential ex-husband, I'd be asking for some kind of detail on what are these challenges. I don't know what they are.
I'm just kind of wondering, why they split. Like, it was just kind of mutual, or he's just like, she's just a big fucking bitch, and had to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Turner Smith, 37, claims the alimony are legal fees necessary due to her struggles as a black woman and a single mother in Hollywood, despite her starring roles in high-profile, despite being a millionaire.
oh god. She must have had it so fucking hard over there in Hollywood. A millionaire.
Oh, God, look at,
single
he
mom
looks
who
miserable.
has servants. Oh god.
He looks miserable, chat. I mean, Jesus Christ.
That's a guy, bro.
He's like, yeah. Josh promised to always support me and ensure that I would not have to worry about the financial security of our daughter if we ever separate, because he understood how difficult life can be as a black woman and a single
Oh my
mother.
God.
Apparently not. Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
Labeled
She's one of the
insider.
she's one of the most privileged, entitled people there, and skin color does not even matter in this case right here. She probably has people that serve upon her and help take care of her kids. She probably really didn't raise her kids on her own. So I don't know. It's so fucking stupid. Entitlement. That's all it
Probably
is.
some illegal immigrant maids wandering around the house. Yeah, I agree with that.
Let me ask you this. If you think they went to an award show and, I don't know, Chris Rock made a comment about her being bald-headed, do you think this guy would have the balls to go up there and slap Chris Rock in the face? Hell no. Look at that.
He looks defeated, poor guy.
G.I. Jane 3, can't wait to see it. Since their split, Jackson reportedly found a new lease on life. Friends of the actor revealed to Life and Style he's been exuding a newfound confidence that appears to be thriving since the separation. I can't imagine why. This
mystery.
Yeah. This revelation underscores the challenges that many have existed behind closed doors during their relationship. All right. Okay, here we go. Talking about the Acolyte. This isn't the first time Turner-Smith has courted controversy. Earlier this year, the actress lashed out at both Disney and Star Wars fans following the cancellation of their precious Acolyte. Yes.
Yes, yes.
This follows a Turner-Smith blamed Disney for not standing up to supposed racism and misogyny amongst these awful fans. People like the Gatekeepers Alliance.
Yeah, we're proud of it.
And I think Disney Star Wars fans should be calling out Disney more for not standing up against this racism and misogyny. I think they should cancel their Communist Plus. What do you guys
I think they should. I think they should boycott invitations to Disney Lucasfilm and boycott their free trip to Star Wars Celebration this year.
What if their kids? What if their kids watch mermaid shows though? I mean, that would kind of ruin the. Sometimes you got to keep your Disney Plus for that.
Well, I think they should take it further. You should never interview a black person, right?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Fake news, Kyle Katarn.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't risk, right? Saying something offensive or so.
Or you could be sued by a black person for being a black
Yeah.
person in America. There you go.
Ku Klux Klan, the Ku Klux Klan approach to race relations.
Mm-hmm.
In an interview, Turner-Smith accused. Well, she's Turner-Smith, and then we have Jada Pinkett. Well, that's just a coincidence. Accused Disney. It's like a similar last name.
Yeah, Smith.
Yeah, accused Disney of failing to protect actors of color and implied that Star Wars fans were unwilling to accept diversity on screen. Her comments drew
I hated
backlash.
Lando Calrissian. That excuse me. I hated Lando. He was horrible. I just talked about his character for 30 minutes on the spacing, but I hated the character because I hate diversity on screen.
Yeah.
These people have nothing original. All they can do is play victim and cast you as a racist and not have anything logical to throw at you. It's always you're racist, you're misogynist, whatever else. That's all they have. You're homophobic.
All the talking points. Mm-hmm.
She was probably sitting
They're like three
at
gay people I accept. I mean, come on, guys.
She was probably sitting at that Star Wars Celebration where she said, yes, yes, like listening to all the people cheering her. And then it's just like, bitch, you had no idea. Just wait till the real fans got a hold of you.
Yeah.
And she couldn't handle it. So anyway, this goes on a little bit. I just thought it was pretty funny. Yeah, the struggle of being a black woman. Any of you watching, you can identify as a black woman for a day and try it out yourself. See how it is.
See if that glove fits you.
For a lot of people, it's like they're treated better if they're a person of color.
Yeah.
Look who's in the chat. Ku Klux Klan. You rang.
Celebrity in the chat. Thank you for your doing a great job presenting an award at the Shill Awards, by the way. Well, not
That's
so
what
great.
Bendu is he in the chat too?
Anyway, so anything final thoughts on this before we move on to the other news story?
I mean, guys out there, the chat, like if you ever have a hankering, for some black cake, then just make it strictly sexual. Don't marry him necessarily. Just wait it out, because this could happen to you, and you could be paying for the difficulty of being a black woman for the rest of your life. That's it.
Very sound advice there.
Thank you.
This show completely failed on all levels, and it was glorious.
I know. It's almost sad that we're not getting a season 2. I would have loved a season 2 just to cover it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see what those book sales are for the prequel to the Acolyte, where it's got Yord and Jecki. I'm curious to see if the Shills are actually going to buy the books and, keep up with these stories, these characters they claim to love so much. Can't wait to see evidence that those books didn't sell at all.
Exactly. All right, story number 2, real quickly. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic reportedly in development. Just when you thought, the one of the few things that we as real fans have left. Is
this real? Like, is this from Mike Zero's channel? Like Keanu Reeves?
It's Daniel Rickman. It's Daniel Rickman. So about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this shit comes up every couple of years. It's going to be a video game, like a reboot, not a rebooted, but like a remastered video game. It's going to be a movie.
Remake.
It's going to be
Remake, not remaster.
remake.
They released a trailer. They released a teaser trailer at the Video Game Awards, and then they canceled it. My theory, when they canceled it, people got really excited. I was like, I'd hold your fucking horses. They might be canceling it because this might be what they're working on.
Yeah. Here's my only question: which actress is going to play Revan? That's
Brie
what
Larson.
I've been.
Actress. Did you
Brie
notice
Larson.
those words, you guys? Actress. So
Maybe they'll get another non-binary like Amanda Stenberg.
That's it. They use Amanda Stenberg since she got the shaft on the Acolyte, and she deserves a second chance, right? Why not? No, she trashed Disney Lucasfilm about 2 months ago, didn't she?
It was
when she was playing with her hair.
They always fucking eat each other or taking shots at the company.
Rachel
Yeah, they
Zegler's
do.
Revan, yeah.
yeah.
Well, before we get into this, I just want to say that I've seen some people be like, "Oh no, please don't make a show of the Old Republic." And it's just like, you don't want to see Disney Star Wars fail even more than they are now, embarrass themselves. Like, they make a show like this, you can tune into us. We will be ripping on it. We will be ripping on the Shills. Don't let Disney Star Wars get you upset. It's here to make fun of and to rip on the Shills.
Yeah. We have real Star Wars no matter what, guys. Decades of it. So
Yeah, there's plenty, and that's why I had Grizzy on with Fractured Filter. We were talking about KOTOR because we kind of knew, we thought, they'd bring up shit during the anniversary, right? Because that's what they love to do. Oh, it's the anniversary of this show, of this movie, of this thing. But yeah, this will continue to get recycled until they do, and they could just do the era. Now people are trying to connect the Mangold stuff to this, and like thinking Dawn of the Jedi is like actually connecting to the Old Republic, which it's actually like a long time before. I mean, technically you can call it the Old Republic, but not really. So, but yeah, I think it's based on the source. It's probably bullshit, but you never know with these fucking people. They've introduced it now in the Skeleton Crew that doesn't affect and doesn't do anything to the lore. And now they have like mentions of the Old Republic all throughout that show. So.
I think I was talking about this before you hopped on the spacing earlier, Justin, but some shill for CBR said, "Oh, here's why I don't want them to make any Old Republic stuff." And the first reason was too many Jedi. I'm like, in Star Wars, how is there such a thing as too many Jedi? That's why the Acolyte failed. There were too many Jedi. That was the problem. Jedi are awesome. Like, look at Attack of the Clones, the arena battle. That shit was fucking great. We've been waiting for that for 30 years, 20 years, whenever that happened. That was freaking awesome. I mean, come on. And then he said something like, oh, it'll piss off Legends fans because they will say it wasn't adapted correctly. Well, yeah, that's a legitimate complaint. I thought the article was going to say, I don't want them to adapt it because they will butcher it. No, these shills writing for CBR, who else? Like IGN, all of them, they want Star Wars to be butchered. They want it to be quote unquote diverse and
Right.
woke is a good thing. You say it like it's a bad thing. They don't really give a shit, guys. I mean, that was a cringe article I read earlier on this.
Yeah, and like you said, a lot of it made its own arguments for what these people were trying to, it like outs them pretty much for all their fucking arguments. But yeah, this would have been like no Disney if it would have been George Lucas era Star Wars. This would have been fucking great, right? A different version of the Sith where there's Sith fucking everywhere, which is something you didn't get because you get all the tourist fans. They've done quote unquote they've done the Sith before. Like, first of all, what the fuck does that even mean? Second of all, there's so many different unique types of Sith that are covered in the real Old Republic, and that's why it's best to go back to the EU to get those stories.
And then we might have some people that are like, well, all right, I hate Disney Star Wars, but this show might actually be good. It might actually be good. Well, a lot of people I've noticed, they build up Disney Star Wars in their head. And it's like, look what happened with Andor. They thought Sly Moore was going to be in the show, and it was going to be all political, kind of like the prequels. It was terrible. Did not live up to that at all. In Ahsoka, they thought Marok was going to be some crazy ass fucking character, and it wasn't. It was a big letdown for these fucking fake fans. And then the Order 66 scenes that they've had in all these shows. Like, how can Order 66 scenes be bad? Well, Disney Star Wars. That's your
Found
answer.
a way. Yep.
So they will find a way to make this bad.
Yep.
Like, don't be excited for Disney Star Wars. They have a track record of fucking up everything. They will never make anything cool.
It's not going to be a adaptation of the games. It's not going to be that. It's going to be the characters, and they're going to tell their own story. It's going to be Disney Revan, Disney Malik, who I guess is disabled. We have to point that out. He's disabled because he doesn't have a chin. Disney Bastila. It's going to be Disney everything.
Which sucks because Bastila's a really cool character,
Yeah,
you could. There's your strong female character.
Soul Assassin makes a good point. Revan and Bastila forced dyad. Star Wars sexplained. He initially claimed that Bastila and Revan were a forced dyad, that he was the first one that was shilling for that point. Melvin made a video long ago exposing him of that shit, back when Star Wars Theory was getting the Rise of Skywalker novelization fucking 2 weeks before everybody else with his shill access.
All right, you guys. All right, any final thoughts on this before we get into ripping some shills? Triggering some shills, hashtag?
I'm going to call it right now. No, go ahead, Laura. Ladies first.
Okay.
Ladies.
So, with this being said, all of this, this is going to expose everybody who loves classical original Star Wars versus the ones that don't. This is going to expose the fence riders if this does come out. So be prepared for that to reveal who really supports George Lucas's era and who doesn't. So I just wanted to put that out. Keep an eye on that.
I'm going to call it right now, though. Right now. If this comes out or if it starts, going into pre-production and we get news and stuff, the shills are going to justify a female Revan by saying when you play the game, right, you can make the character whatever you want. So Revan's kind of, like non-binary, non-whatever. Well, as we know, the canon story there, he is male, right?
Right.
Like it or not, like the heroic outcome of the game and then the novel, he is male, but they will use that argument, calling it right now. Go back to this stream whenever it happens and we will claim victory. That's it.
Yep, and the exile from KOTOR 2 in canon, Mitra, is a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, imagine if they skipped over to KOTOR 2 and they made Mitra a man, a straight white male. That'd get a good reaction.
Oh yeah, because it's not exactly what they want. That's the thing.
So Mike Cassius says Mesa Windu wanting a non-binary Revan. You mean wanting like in that way? He wants a non-binary? I guess that's his fetish. I don't know. I believe it because that guy's a weirdo.
That's fucking crazy. Let's see here.
I'm sure he will be one of the many shills that are triggered by this stream.
One of the many. All right, and I guess speaking of triggered.
Hashtag triggered.
It's time for hashtag triggered, you guys. What have we been doing to trigger the shills as of late? We've all done it. We all have done it individually in our own ways, and now we're doing it together. And we're going to take a look at some of what we've done as of late to trigger the shills. OG Star Wars, would you like to be the lady who goes first?
I am sending something over to you right now, so go ahead and skip me. I kind of allow you to skip me for a few.
Oh, okay. Kindly. Okay, great. If you want to share your screen, that's fine. I'll check it.
I can do. We could start the first one off with a double triggered because this one actually initiated with OG Star Wars, and then I jumped into the conversation, and then this guy got really triggered, and then he took a everyone likes to cross-platform stream now, right? Well, this guy is cross-platform triggered because he then took it upon himself to go to OG Star Wars YouTube account and found a video of her and me talking about the EU, and then he got really twiggled that she had a bigot like me on her talking EU. So let me get my share screen up here for you.
Okay, I'll have it ready when you are.
Why don't we start out with the star triggered one? The Reddit one. Do you have that?
Oh, on your video, Tim.
Yeah, on
correct.
It was my video, but on our Gatekeepers
Yes, we triggered.
Yeah.
So fans of Darth Melvin recall the saltier than crate salty shills subreddit, right? I assume so.
Bunch of showerless Redditors like to gather there and cry about the toxic Gwefta channels. And they mainly cry about the non-existent Fandom Menace. Soon they will be crying about the Gatekeepers Alliance, and they already are. They already are.
And here's the proof right here. This is the second video, I think, on the Gatekeepers Alliance channel.
Yep, number 2.
Number 2. This was all United Spacers triggering these showerless freaks, man, who just come together and congregate and cry about it. So here they are. They're crying about the name already.
Wait, is that guy's username Adventurous Gap? We got a fucking Gap sighting.
Oh my god.
Oh, Adventurous Gap. I missed it.
Fucking
Is that Jacob?
Yeah, that's Jacob's alt with a fleshlight and all.
Do you have a Chris Hansen clip, Rizzy? If not, you need one.
Not right now, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Fucking Gap.
Anyway,
Grogu attracted person.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Anyway, feel free to pick anything to read that you would like, since this was your trigger.
Just when I thought we reached Max Neil situation, here comes
saturation.
Saturation. Here
you need
comes
it bigger?
DLC. Yeah, make it bigger, please.
Yeah, downloadable content.
Is it wrong to find
this blue elephant child cute? I hope not, because I do. Yeah, it is. It's kind of weird.
What
it
the
just
fuck?
Is.
Look, so we got a nap as well. We got a gap followed by a nap.
Just when I thought we reached the Neil situation, blah blah blah.
Oh, gap and nap.
Keep going. What does this have to do with Generation Tech? He made the video, you stupid moron.
Take
Jeez.
a shower.
That's more proof they never even watch our videos. They
They
fucking.
don't
Oh,
watch
they
your
never do.
videos. They don't shower.
They cry at the thumbnails. That's all they cry about.
How big of a loser do you have to be to create a whole YouTube channel dedicated to gatekeeping? You mean how big of a winner do you have to be? Because we are fucking winning, guys.
How big
time.
how big of a loser do you have to be a top 1%
Right.
commenter on the Salty Shills subreddits?
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
You get 8 likes to your comment too.
Mhm.
Wait, does
Hey,
this
that
redeem
must mean he has
Generation
100,000 subs. 8 likes.
Why does he need to be redeemed? Did he pull a Star Wars theory and say one thing they didn't like, and then suddenly he's like a bad guy to them? Is that what happened? Probably.
I
Or
don't
is this
know. There's
some-
like there's a lot of weird people that they hate.
Yeah. Or is this some new stir up controversy? Watch the video, guys. I encourage you. Saltier than Crate. Watch the video on the Gatekeepers Alliance channel and you'll learn. I had some idiot, I think it was on the video itself, comment, you edited stuff together to make it seem like he was saying things. I go, yeah, I did. That's what makes it funny. I mean, jeez. These people like, freaking Spurgs, man.
It's centrist concern.
they
They're
are.
crying about. So I guess they're crying here about his political beliefs. I have no idea what they are. Don't really.
He
care.
doesn't sound like a
But
centrist
these-
conservative to me at all.
Yeah, but these people are so far in
Yeah,
one
you're right.
direction that
You're
like anybody seems that way to them.
The hell is Neil, a character from the recent Skeleton Crew show. Oh yeah, I got to catch up. I only seen like 2. He should give the series a shot. Blah blah. They're talking about the show. Who cares?
Isn't Neil in the first 2 episodes?
Yep.
So the fucking guy didn't even know who the fuck he was even after watching 2 episodes.
There's no one's watching the show. Like lowest ratings
Right.
ever apparently. I felt Kat was always on the edge. What?
Ever since the Acolyte was over, you know how there was the Yord Horde and everything. Ever since the Acolyte was over, got canceled, they all jumped on this Neil Nation bandwagon.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
and we're gonna talk about Neil, the creepy Neil shit, in a little bit because these people actually defend the Brutus beat-offs, and we're gonna get to
Wow.
that here in a second. All right, so
Yeah, why even reply? They're all asking what Neil is. Don't even reply. If you
they're
don't know
they're
what
not
the
even
hell we're
watching
talking
the show.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now, guys, chat, this is the first time I've seen this thread. I had no idea it was this long. Like, this is a huge...
Yeah, you had.
thread.
I think we're just about to the bottom of it, but yeah, I'm just trying to stop.
Excellent work, Tim, to get the message out there with the
Look at that
Gatekeepers
one.
Alliance.
Holy shit.
The funnier thing. Never mind. I'll leave it.
And by the way, guys,
Generation Tex needs to take a seat with Chris Hansen.
cheese pizza. And by the way, chat, like, you got to subscribe to the Gatekeepers Alliance channel if you haven't. The videos are outperforming the subscribers.
Yes.
So keep on subbing. We need to get 20,000 views, 30,000 views a video and grow the channel.
Right.
But yeah, that was great. That was great.
All right.
And get the channel to 1,000 because we don't want to. Because right now we're going to be bouncing between Melvin and Grizzy, and it'd be easier if we just have Gatekeepers
you're
Alliance, and then we don't have to bounce between. That way, everybody can find us when we're streaming. All right, here. Do I need to full size this? Will it make it look better?
Yeah, I was gonna pull that up, but thank you. So, but this kind of connects us both together. So I was going through cleaning out my computer with all the graphic stuff I've been doing, and I came across this, and I still kept it on my computer. That is Ben Skywalker, Mara, and Luke's son. And so I made this a while back, and it's remember Ben is a Skywalker, not a Solo. And of course, like you said, we all trigger these shills in our own unique way. I could post something up about the EU, and bam, I'm triggering at least 3 without hardly anything. It's so fucking easy. So all I did is did this a long time ago, and this is back when the Disney trilogy started. So it was a while ago, and I triggered this asshole right here, William Hudson, and he claims to be part of the 501st. Claims to love the EU, but. Yeah, 50 worst and stuff like that. and he basically got triggered on that. So if you want to scroll some more, Pierce.
Yeah, I have to go to the next picture, but here's what, because I don't know if this bottom part's on there or not. So he puts, this is one, both exist. It's all fiction. It's okay to have 2 or even more timelines. Quit crying. So he's saying you can have multiple.
He's the one
canons,
crying.
which is stupid.
Right.
Yeah, he's the one whining about it. Here's the next one.
Yeah.
Am I zooming too much, or is that good on the zoom?
You're good. You're fine.
There we go.
So yeah, so I put hashtag triggered because that's exactly what had happened, and then if he was really a person who liked, the original EU and stuff, he would understand what was being expressed right here. And he goes, yes, every post you make shows how triggered and ignorant you are. So that's his comment. So this is people that we deal with all the time. And, so we had our back and forth, and then Marvel Pierce comes in and he calls me a bitch. He's like, F you, bitch. Well, he didn't say F you, but he ends up calling me names. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, right here he says, bitch, please. All you ever do is complain and whine about everything. You're a blight on the star. So it's like, well, then why are you even fucking replying and shit? Like, for
Right.
And you're just posting a picture and saying this. To say you're triggered because he commented on your shit, and then to say you're ignorant because you know the EU, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, like I said, I deal with these ass hats all the fucking time. And I'm like a cat, I guess you could say, that likes to play with almost half dead mice, I guess you could say, for the joy of it.
Geez.
So I like to go back and forth with them just to expose them some more. Meaning, like, people are like, ignore them. I'm like, the more I BS with them, the more it exposes them.
Exactly. And she's very persistent too, right? And they all end up blocking her at the end of the day too, right?
Yeah, and he ended up blocking me too.
Yeah,
so
he didn't even end up blocking me. Usually what gets me blocked didn't work, and we'll get to that in a minute. So then I jumped in and I said, giving off some real beta vibes, Willie, because I think his name's Will, right? Yeah, William. The real Star Wars fandom definitely doesn't need cucks like you. And then he does this shit. Dude used the term beta, but's afraid to show his real self. Well, he's wearing a motherfucking Mandalorian mask, so I don't know what he's talking about. And that's what I told him. And I told him he's a retard. So we went back and forth right here. She told him to stay triggered. And then, so it's not on this thread. I think he did another thread on my personal Twitter or something. I did the, we're going to censor it because we're YouTube, but the Trump have a nice day meme. I'm sure everybody knows that one. So because of that meme, he tells her right here, you're also defending someone who used retard and gay as an insult. Then this guy, he got.
You already won me over. You don't have to keep on convincing me.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And then she says, "Well, hey, you're the one who called me a bitch." And then he said, "Anyone who defends bigots is a bitch." But he had already called her a bitch before I even got into the conversation, which she also points out. And then he says, "You're defending a literal bigot." And then what happens? Cross-platform. This is it. I think this is the last one. Cross-platform triggering. He goes onto her YouTube, finds out her talking to me about EU, which is that's all we did was talk about EU.
Go check out that video.
You have this guy on your channel, the same guy who spends his time on Twitter using slurs and being a bigot. And then she says, you're stalking me to harass after. But the funny thing is, this pussy motherfucker didn't go on my channel and talk shit. Why is it? They always they claim to be, and again, he's showing he's a beta fucking cuck, buddy, because you should have just manned up and went to my fucking YouTube channel and talked shit to me. Instead, you decided to try to fucking choose a lore to go after. So fuck off. And you are a beta cuck and a plaget and a fucking pussy.
Hey, don't stop sharing.
Oh shit! Okay, here.
Go back to the photo of Ben Skywalker really quick because I have a question. Do you guys figure that I don't know? Let me do the math in my head here. 5560 ABY after Battle of Yavin. Do you think that like Ben Skywalker got onto like the HoloNet and made posts every day about the Supreme Chancellor and kind of got triggered all the time? Do you think that happened in the Star Wars universe?
No.
This is Luke Skywalker's son we're talking about here. Do you guys think that happened? I don't know. Maybe.
I would say.
This. Do you think that him and what's the cis chick's name that he wound up hooking up with? What's her name?
Oh, the Sturakai.
Yeah. Do you think that she got pregnant and then like Luke made him have an abortion? Do you Do you think that might have happened?
Oh,
It's
No,
a
I don't think so.
possibility.
no, because no, because that would be in Disney Star Wars. You're talking Disney Star
Or in
Wars.
real
folks.
life. Or in real
Right.
life. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if you want to consider Mark Hamill, and his thing.
That's a Jake or a Mark thing. Yep.
Space
Yeah, Jake.
abortion.
That's a Jake Skywalker thing.
Space 'em.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Space abortion.
All right.
Yeah, you just put like the hole right up to the airlock and you open it and it takes care of it.
Oh my god. Damn.
That's like the coat hanger equivalent in Star Wars. I think.
Oh shit.
Nice. Love that visual.
I
All right.
don't.
Darth
As a
Melvin,
woman,
do
I
you have
don't want to visualize that kind of shit, okay?
Tim, you're going to attract the Shills into the conversation with this kind of shit. Come on now.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Darth Melvin, do you have yours ready to go? I have two, so I can do my first. You can go, and then I can go again for the segment.
Yes, I have mine ready.
Okay, I'll go with my first one. Mine are pretty, not a lot of comments. So back to the saltier than crate subreddit. I was on it 3 times in like a week and a half. So lucky me, I guess. So yet another anti-woke grifter got recommended on my feed. Anger post. Anger. There's all my videos there. Check them out. They're pretty damn funny. We made it. Soul Black Guy doesn't really like it. Recommending YouTube ad blocker on Firefox. There we go. How about that? So there's this whole thread about how to block videos that trigger you on YouTube.
Oh
so anybody who sees videos that trigger you on YouTube, head on over and check this thread out, man. Very
That's
informative
equivalent
stuff
of
here.
them finding a safe space then.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's a
Yeah.
portable take-along Shill Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I only support software that makes the videos I don't want to see not be there, guys.
Jesus
I don't
fuck.
want to see that, Mr.
Hurt my
Crispy.
feelings.
Jesus fuck. Right-wing nut jobs always use the same type of thumbnail. Triggered by the thumbnails. I love it when they get triggered by the thumbnails. Yeah, of course, because that's all you watch. That's all you look
Yeah.
at. You don't even watch the videos.
It worked.
Clearly
I know
it
at
did.
one time when I first began my channel and I was doing a lot of compare and contrast videos and stuff against the real lore
Okay.
and Disney lore, that some people had built a Reddit about me, triggered about me and my content at one point. It was hilarious.
Are you guys ready for the defense of the Brutus beat-offs? I thought it was on the other one, but it's actually on this one. You guys ready?
Good.
Are you? I also find it funny how this weirdo tries to paint Skeleton Crew fans as, quote, creepy for simply being fans of the show's characters. Having Brutus as your, quote, hear me out, the Brutus beat-off, because I put that in the thumbnail. You can kind of see it there. Here, let me
They're
go to the
defending.
other one real quick. Share it. So this is my thumbnail. This is from the other one. Who else is up beating off their Brutus? So he's talking about that quote in the thumbnail. He's defending that. Anyway, back to here now. Let me go back.
And that's an
find it.
actual quote from Alex, too.
That's an actual quote.
Yes.
I'm the weirdo, by the way, for calling this out. I guess that's like calling Chris Hansen a predator. For simply being fans of the show's characters. Having Brutus, as he didn't even have the balls to quote it himself, it's a harmless joke in a franchise where interracial romance is normal. I think that's more interspecies than interracial. The worst
They
platypus.
can't even get their shit right.
Funny you have a platypus in there. Maybe he has a platypus fetish. I don't know. Platypus might be the only puss he's ever got. That's like trying to pretend that seeing Chewie as a husbando material is somehow creepy. And oh my God, here we go. And I refuse to tolerate any slander towards Alex Damon.
Explained.
Is this like Is this like a, Gohan creates, leave
Maybe.
Alex alone, leave
That's what
Theory
it
alone?
sounds like. Leave my guy
Star-
alone.
Leave the cross-dresser alone. Especially for saying what all normal fans feel about Neil. Normal fans.
Normal.
There ain't nothing normal about that shit.
Said he wanted to grab Neil by the face and shake him and tell him to never grow up and stay young and innocent forever. Go do that to a kid in real life and see how long your sentence is.
Yeah.
And he
For
lies about.
My kids would have kicked him in the balls. That's what they were trained to do.
And he lies about what Sexplain said in the video. That he's the sweetest boy who deserves a hug and to be reassured that he's perfect and doesn't need to shave. That's not the fact that you're dumbing down what he said proves that you agree with me that it's fucked, that this guy's fucked in the head. This Alex Damon.
Damn.
And it wouldn't shock me that this grifter and the friends that he's adjacent would fixate and obsess over sexualizing girls in fiction or real life.
Okay.
Shots fired.
And there's some high-level shills that follow the Cam-Man film, the guy who created the Brutus Beat-Offs, who's a furry. The people follow this guy, and Disney sent him a Skeleton Crew Disney Shill gift basket.
Did he get the elite package or did he get the general Shill one?
He got the general one, but like I was fucking
normie
shocked.
one.
I was making the video, and then while I was making the video, I'm like, he got a fucking Disney Shill gift basket. I couldn't believe it. It's like just when you think it's like it's too weird, no, they raise the bar every time.
Every time.
Are you gonna read that right there? This
Which one?
Maple the whatever the hell
Maple
it says.
the Be Gone.
Be gone.
This
Anti-woke,
pisses me off.
anti-woke nutwings are exactly what they claim to hate. Oversensitive hypocrites.
We're not being oversensitive. We think it's hilarious and we're exposing it. It's weird, so we're talking about it. It has nothing to do with being sensitive. It's like I'm glad you act that way because you reveal who you really are.
I think the people in this comment section are a little oversensitive.
Yeah, we have more fun roasting this shit than they do talking about it, right?
Had no bad things to say about Skeleton Crew, so he resorted to being mad at people for liking the design of Neil. No, I have
all kinds of bad things to say about that shit.
Yeah, again, didn't watch the video. Oh, here's a good one. Report him.
That's Cantina talk.
Oh God. Just another woke. I don't know what that is. It's so irritating how being mad at the YouTube algorithm, the algorithm is pushing this stuff at people. If you accidentally watch something with vague connection to gwifta shit, get flooded with it, and it takes weeks for normal viewing to retrain your feed and purge it.
Wow, this is loaded.
Anti-woke grifters have now officially lost all credibility as they have insulted Neil. Neilosexual
acid
there.
pop.
Oh,
He probably
no.
took a fucking hit of acid before he made that post.
Well, you should have seen them all break down from one of the latest Skeleton Crew, where that one guy, that one human male, Jude Law's character, he basically got into Neil's face and basically told him off and stuff. And now all the Neil Nation is going crazy because of that.
Yeah, they can't separate reality from fiction. It's sad. Like,
right.
fucking weirdos.
All right. Darth Melvin, do you have yours ready to go?
Yes, I do. Give me a second.
Take your time.
The truth is the Shills know these shows and movies are garbage and not popular. And this is Fiend. That's why they get so angry for us calling it out. The crap was popular and doing well. They wouldn't care. So that's what one of the people in the chat said.
So I like to trigger the Disney shills on Twitter, and some of the people I like to trigger are called GAPs, Grogu attracted persons. And so there's this idiot who made an account called Grogu's Biggest Fan. And so he goes around, he's got no following at all, like no one responds to his shit. But when he does hashtag Grogu said uppies, please, gets a little bit of engagement here. And so I said, you need some serious help. Like this I assume is probably a grown man, probably like 18 or older, Grogu's biggest fan. Grogu said uppies, please, so you need some serious help. Just block me, brah. Why put yourself through the discomfort of seeing my tweets, fam? So you already know he's hashtag triggered. And so I come in with the hashtags, hashtag freak, hashtag gap. So if you ever see a Grogu attracted person, just hit them with the hashtag gap. It will piss them off. So I kept on this guy, and so he was so pissed off by me calling him a gap. He quote tweeted, "So much hatred is not good for your skin." And so I responded to him, "Gap." I'm triggering more shills here. Let's see. OG Star Wars and Jacob.
Oh god.
So I'm trying to see where. All right, we'll go to the next screen. So I responded to him a couple times, and then he blocked me. So then I made this hashtag Gap Mad, hashtag Fake Fan, hashtag Disney's target audience. This guy is Disney's target audience. So you look at the picture here. This is what he does. He posts about Chicky Nuggies. Grogu after training for the Chicky Nuggie speed eating competition.
That's fucking weird.
So I responded, Chicky Nuggie? This guy's probably a grown man. Chicky Nuggie? Hashtag loser, hashtag gap. And then I posted the screenshot of the trophy of him blocking me, which is always love doing that. Never gets old. And so he got fucking triggered. And so he responded, "LOL, get a life, loser." And then I respond, "Triggered gap." And then he responds, laugh, LOL, you're the one getting triggered, hashtag triggered loser. So now he sees my hashtag approach and he's like trying to copy it. And you know that's how they're getting even more triggered and pretty soon to be unhinged.
Right.
So I said, Gap, big mad, hashtag, and then did he respond again? Or Gap, unhinged. And then he tried to claim, so he unblocked me and tried to claim that he didn't actually block me. Why are you lying, bro? You're not blocked by me. Hashtag triggered loser. Hashtag loser big mad. So he unblocked me, and I think he wanted me to like boost his engagement on his Twitter. And I got a small Twitter account, no one really gives a shit. I have 1,600 followers, and so I think he thought if he could get into it with me, maybe it could boost his engagement just a tad.
Get a like or something, yeah.
And like that was not going to happen.
It's a shill weirdo pattern, right? They all love to engagement farm. That's what they do best.
And he said it was bad for your skin. Is that what he said? And if it
So
really is a
there's-
he, then it's like he has to be a fan against gatekeeping if he's talking about skin, and he's a man. Because I know that in backstage we never talk about our skin, guys. Right?
No.
I mean, sorry to cut you off. Keep going.
So this gets worse. He posts this, "Hey Knights of Melvin, here's Grogu eating Chicky Nuggies. Gonna cry about it again." And so I know he is unhinged. So I hit him with the Star Wars meltdown. And then it's like, "Oh, get a life, loser." Triggered gap. The triggered gap is gonna get him every time. LOL, you're the one getting triggered. And then this went on for a while. And so I made this one. We have an update with the gap. He saw my tweet ripping on him for blocking me. He was so hashtag triggered. He unblocked me. He is currently having a Star Wars meltdown. And so you see his profile, Grogu's biggest fan. He's the cutest little muffin in the entire galaxy.
Oh.
Hashtag, and they called me a hashtag loser, and so ironic. Like,
Yeah.
has a profile, Grogu's biggest fan, calling people losers. And so I don't know if, I mean, there's more to it. I looked at his profile and who he like follows, and he's like fapping it to all these like fucking accounts. Uses Twitter as a porn hub, and it's ironic coming from Grogu's biggest fan. Grogu and porn, that's a bad combo.
Oh yeah.
And so then he was so unhinged. He made Knights of Melvin meltdown. So he took my Star Wars meltdown and made this.
My God.
You inspired him. Look at that.
And
'cause
he even
he's
used the same font.
inspired.
So whenever
Yes,
they like try
kid.
whenever they try to become me, I know I am so in their head. Like they try to fucking become me. So I said, go have another chicky nuggy with your Grogu doll. Hashtag triggered gap. And then I found out looks like he's a furry. Because I found this on his account. You're a furry too.
Yeah.
Hashtag furry gap.
Oh.
And he's telling me, get out of your mom's basement once in a while. I'll start a Chicky Nuggy Grogu Twitter account and be a real winner in society. Hashtag Gap Meltdown. So like
geez.
this. So he posts this. He like this goes on, and so this is where I said this is X.
Wonder
not
what he
Pornhub.
typed in to get that image to come up.
I know, right?
Probably a self-picture portrait.
Then he's like, it's okay that you're gay, dude. It's 2025-01 judge. And I said, you're gay for Grogu. Hashtag Gap. So I think, and then the final rip I had on him. So I found like the Chicky Nuggy meme or the GIF, and I posted that. And then there was another like female Gap account. And I was like, is this your girlfriend? I don't know if I could find this, but
Man,
yeah,
you dug deep into his head psyche right there with all that shit.
Oh, for sure.
Good shit. Knights of Melvin. That was funny.
So like it's so easy for me. Like, you know, I use the hashtag method. I go like hashtag triggered, hashtag big mad. I could be multitasking, do a whole bunch of shit. These people are fucking losing their minds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's glorious. I got it down to a science, triggering these shills.
Nice. And the final one, like you knew this was going to get them. You knew this was daring to say anything negative about Neo. You got Chris Hansen peeking his head at there at Alex Damon, Star Wars Sexplained, wants to grab Neil. We talked about it. Looks like they're basically making stuff up to get folks to stop watching. Didn't watch the video. Yes, people that like a show about children. That is so creepy. Why? Why is that creepy? People aren't allowed to like shows because the actors and actresses aren't adults. Sounds weird, creepy, projection-y. Again, did not watch the video. Anything else funny on this one? I didn't go through any of these really.
They're another whiner about the thumbnail.
Whining about the they always whine because they don't.
Yeah,
they
but
have
we're-
nothing else to watch.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're not the same bunch of fucking losers. We're totally different than anyone that came before, guys. Gatekeepers Alliance is different. We're having fun doing it. We're triggering them. Look at Melvin and Alora's threads almost every day going on. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Look at
That's what they don't get.
Look at Alpha Omega here. He sounds more like a creep if he's thinking that way. These people literally said it. These people literally said it. Look at the fucking cam.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Can't talk about it. That's a creepy ass thing. Oh, it kind of is. I'll agree with that guy there. It's kind of creepy.
It gets to the
And,
point. That's what makes it
There's
creepy.
a cross-dresser on it.
The
so
chuds
part of
who
problem.
use the word shill. Liking something doesn't make you a shill.
That's a new drinking game. Every time they say shut in a Reddit thread, you got to take a shot.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, going to meet Dave Filoni and Leslie Headland. That doesn't make you a shill either, which Alex Damon did.
Mm-hmm. As did Fake News Kyle Katarn and a few others.
Oh yeah. So all right, hashtag trigger. I guess we should get to the man in the thumbnail, right?
Yes.
Hey.
The man, I'm sorry, the 27-year-old boy.
The 27-year-old boy.
All right, so you saw he was with Ray. You saw he was with Ray in the thumbnail, his wet dream, as we all know.
But I personally have found Rey to be extremely compelling since we first met her in The Force Awakens. But to me, with Rey specifically, this isn't plot armor or even a narrative flaw. It's fantastical and mystical in all of the best ways, and perfectly accompanies what Luke was able to do with little to no knowledge of the Force in A New Hope, blocking blasts from a training droid with the blast shield down on his helmet.
What the fuck?
Specifically.
Ray
my
beating
God.
Kylo. Ray beating Kylo is the same as Luke deflecting blaster bolts
That's
from the training droid. Kylo, Snoke's apprentice, years of trainings.
yeah, and all of a sudden
Dark side user,
It's
trained
like
by Luke and
slicing-
Snoke.
Luke
Comparing-
slicing and dicing Vader, like in Episode 4, like that's what it is. Disney
Mhm.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
yeah. And it's quite funny. He doesn't realize what he's doing. He's showing how weak of a villain Disney Star Wars has under Kylo Ren. You know, your characters, your protagonists are only as fascinating, strong, and all that as the villain is, the antagonist is. So to saying it's one of the practice droids that Luke is training for the very first time is basically saying that Kylo Ren is just an ass. Basically, can't do anything. He's a weak character. So.
And I guess the Force works in mysterious ways, doesn't it? Because on the Star-triggered Episode 1, J.A.I. Jacob hits 50K, almost 51K now.
Holy crap.
Fake bot subscribers.
He has passed Fake News Kyle Katarn.
He has passed Fake News Kyle Katarn, who started in 2017? His YouTube channel.
He passed
And-
Rocha, right? Who has like
He passed him a
quote-unquote
while ago.
insiders and all that shit, right? But he's just his content so captivating that everyone's fucking signing up for his channel, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, look at these. He got like 6K, 4K, 4.5K. He is fucking raking in the subs on those low viewership videos, you guys.
It's
With all
because
his
it's not
pedigree?
toxic, guys. He's attracting people because he's so nice, and he's a
Go to
nice
his-
guy. He's a
go to
nice
his,
26-year-old boy.
His community tab, does he have any more comments on his announcement?
Yeah, let's look at that. There were 11 likes on the spacing at that point. 11.
So he
Oh,
announces
this
the
is-
50,000. Like, this is a big deal. Like I had so many people be like, Melvin, good job on 10,000. Like, people I know, people I don't know, congratulate me. Look at how many people replied to his thread.
Yeah, scroll down. 11 likes.
Only one? Oh my God.
One comment.
One comment.
One comment, 11,
Probably
11
like
likes.
a
Just
Okay.
happy for your positive Star Wars content. It's refreshing.
And it's like, that looks like a real account, but, Jacob probably gave him like $5 to post that.
Road Guardian.
You'll see on his videos, he has bot accounts that comment and say like, oh, this is a good lightsaber or some shit. Like, I don't know where he goes to get the fake comments, but I'm sure there's some sites for it. There's a few sites to get the subscribers, the views, and the likes. That's what this guy does. We have evidence. This has been documented for months, and it's
Yeah.
going to get exposed.
He gets more. Does anyone have the like the growth thing that I showed you guys earlier? Does anyone have that ready
The
to go?
social blade.
Yes.
I think it's in one of our chats.
Yeah,
Let me see
in one of
if
the
I may have
chats.
screenshotted it. Hold on.
No,
Let me
it's
take a look.
fucking insane.
He gets more subscribers a day than views.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Gee, I wonder what could be happening there.
I wonder, you guys. So, like, when we pull this up, I'll give you the example here.
We should all come up with cartoon avatars, thumbnails for our channels like that, like all of us, and make
Really?
ourselves look 50 pounds lighter than we actually are. And
Really takes the weight off, yes.
yeah.
Oh shit, I'd be a stick figure.
Okay, I got it. I got it up. If anybody wants it, let me see if I can. No, I can't make it darker, unfortunately. All right.
Yeah, I have the comparison of somebody who actually has viewers.
Oh wait, that's the other one. My bad, it's the wrong one. Hang on.
Damn it.
But this is someone who
This is somebody
growing.
who does, somebody who's growing. He has like 3 million views a month. Does a live stream every fucking day. His growth's smaller than J.I. Jacobs, though. Go figure.
Yep.
He has like 500, sometimes 800 people on his live streams. But so yeah, it's pretty evident.
Okay, got it. It's kind of hard to see.
Can you scroll in?
Right click on it and open image in new tab, and then you can zoom.
Genius.
Woohoo! There we go.
There we go. Estimated monthly earnings $12.
Wow.
96.
It's not even enough to buy.
Look
Like
at
a
these.
Star
Look
Wars
at these.
figure
Look
anymore.
at these subscribers. Like graph chart here. Look at that. Just like up and then look at this right here. Just nothing. Oh, I need subscribers. Boom.
He got to 30,000 and he just stopped buying. And he was like at 30,000 for the longest time. And now he's on a fucking surge, bought like 20,000 since then.
Yep.
And
So
look
here
at
we
this.
go. Here we go. Look.
Look at the views.
On the left, 654 views, 600 subscribers.
Yeah, look at the weekly average, 11,000 views a week.
And these views are bought as well. Like if he releases a video, if he doesn't do anything, we've got the screenshots. Yeah. It's like 15 hours in, he's got like 100 views.
Yes, we
documented views in 30 days. 49,000 views.
We documented one video. It was about 24 hours or like 18 hours, like 40. I believe it was 47 views, and then 36, and then like went to sleep, woke up the next morning, 4,500 views. Randomly. That's not how the algorithm works. What he does is he uploads the video, sees how many it gets, and then if it doesn't do well, then he buys.
Yep. And then like we were criticizing, like this guy watches like everything. We were criticizing the likes on the like because it goes from 100 views to 1,000 views. And the likes are the same, and that's not normal at all. And so this dumbass is watching our shit, and so started buying likes as well.
Yes, Orbit Plagues, it is.
So buys. He releases a video. He buys the views, buys subscribers, buys likes, and then he lies to everyone he knows. Everyone, his friends, his fans in his Discord server,
Here's what he
his
does.
fake wife.
It's fake wife.
He comes to his biggest enemy's channels to get the best advice. Like, what do I do here? Oh, I'll buy likes now. I bought views. I bought subs. Now I need to buy likes. What about comments? Oh, I need to buy some comments now.
He does not go live anymore because only 8 people will show up, 3 of which will be trolls.
Guys.
Yeah, 25 minutes. He did a live down here, but I believe it's he only goes live members only.
Take some Excedrin or something.
He's too afraid to go live because he knows if he goes live, there's going to be less than 10 people in his chat. He's going to get ripped on for that. He's going to get ripped on for having Donald Trump hair and having zits on his face and wearing only black shirts.
Black is slim.
And on top of all that, he is trying to kiss the ass of Star Wars Sexplained. And much as we rip on Sexplained, I think he has to know that Jacob's a fraud. Yeah. That he's a fake and is just trying to kiss his ass.
I got the clip right here. J.A.I. Jacob bought he bought the
Yes.
top membership, the top Patreon, which is like what, $100?
Mm.
Oh, it's $100 to be on the High Jedi Council of the Star Wars Sexplained Patreon.
And listen to this.
Real quick before we do that, I just wanted to shout out and thank 2 of our new patrons who joined at the Jedi Master and Council levels this past week for us, which is very generous. But thank you so much, Vacation Mode and Jacob Lightspeed. First on the list.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it. Buy friendship. Trying to buy the friendship.
It's exactly right. Trying to fake it until you make it. And so this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to get in with the sex planes. Now, there's no way they don't know he's a fraud. So either they're just going to like cast him aside because they know he's a fraud, or they're going to embrace him because they don't give a shit. Because maybe they see potential in his shilling. We don't know.
Well, that and the money. So they're gonna keep the moneymaker coming to them. So, and that if he's gonna, pay $100 a month,
hold
then
on a
they're
minute.
gonna. What's up?
I have an idea.
They'll take his money, but I don't know if they'll give him Kyle Katarn Shill access to Lucas.
Does anyone know what the perks are to this council level? Like, what if I joined? Would I be able to have a backstage chat with them or something?
$100 a month. Right now, all the spaces are closed. You could get on a Zoom call with them.
So here's what I could do. I could create another account, not have any videos or anything, right? Just be some shill name, join it. I don't care. I'll throw $100 at it. I don't care if they get 100 out of whatever they make.
Call
and then the
yourself
first
Hug
Zoom
Neil.
chat happens, the cameras come on, and it's like, hey, Jacob, it's me. That would be freaking awesome. And then I could screen record it using my software, and we could watch it on Star Triggered. That's what we're going to do. And it'll be when they least expect it. I'm doing it.
Oh,
it's worth $100.
It's worth the $100 to get on a stream with Jacob.
So my prediction, Jacob is he's very cheap, and so I think he will only do 1 month. He won't get the exclusive access after 1 month, and so he won't do a second month. That's my prediction.
Most likely. And he's not the only one. That your best friend Melvin Cantina talks. He hey, fucking Melvin, I fucking got 100,000 viewers.
Hey,
in like
hey,
5
I ain't
people
afraid
show
of
up
you.
on my live
I
stream.
ain't afraid of you.
There's
That's
people on
triggered.
YouTube have inflated egos, and like Cantina Talk is one. He's got a fake channel with a bunch of fake shorts, not even original content. So yes, he found some sort of glitch where people are subscribing to him, but it's not because of his brand. It's because they like his ripped off shorts content. Jacob flat out buys the subscribers.
Oh, Cantina cucks in the chat.
And I swear, Jacob, at some point when Jacob was buying the subscribers, he tried to take a shot at, I believe, myself or Tim, I'm not exactly sure, but said like a sub 10,000 subscriber channel. This is coming from a guy who buys all his fucking subscribers.
I believe it was
it's
you.
just like the ego on this guy, like the arrogance. He
Ego.
lies to everyone he knows.
And here's the thing, and I made this joke on the spacing a couple of weeks ago, like KF4K, his wife, the robot wife, right? She probably looks at the bank account and it's like, what is all this money you're paying to like Social Plus or whatever the name of the company is he's using to buy all this? Jacob, like, this is $600 in a month. What are you doing here? Why don't you do something normal like other men and just like pay for OnlyFans? You're paying to buy subs. I mean, she's probably bitching him out for spending all this fucking money and shit.
She's gonna have to Molly Demon his pocketbook soon, you know.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, it's another Arby's night. Sorry. Oh.
We can't afford to go on vacation. What are we gonna do? We can't go get married on the beach again or wherever.
It's like, oh, they invited me to the next Star Wars premiere, but they only gave me 2 plane tickets, and you take up 2 seats.
Oh damn!
Oh damn!
Oh,
Good lord.
oh my god. Hmm.
All right.
He's still angry. He missed
Hashtag
the White
fake
Claws.
life. Hashtag fake life.
And
Oh.
anyway, J.A.I. Jacob, he's not a fan of the Gatekeepers. Pretty much each and every OG Star Wars, especially Tim, especially.
I triggered the
Our
fuck out of him too. So yeah.
So can they hear audio on this if I hit play on this?
I think so. It might be echoed, but
Here, let me mute myself and maybe that'll help. Hold
that
on.
might.
No, it's not playing.
All right.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear
I don't
anything.
see
and
anything.
it's plain.
I don't.
Here, okay, now you can hear me. So I'm not going to play it because it's not working, but it's fun. That's why we do it, right? We want to have fun. I might have called her a fake wife, a fat wife, whatever. It's fun. That's what we do. And then she made this reply, which was probably really him, like creating an account or whatever. And then look at this shit. Look at this gigantic post. It's one thing to make fun of me online over movie opinions. It's a completely different story to make insult someone's significant other when you've never seen / met them before or don't have anything to do with something. That's just harassment. This is the second time this person has publicly and unnecessarily insulted my wife online. I've said it once, but since you didn't seem to understand before, I'll repeat myself. If you happen to find yourself so upset about someone else that you go after their significant other / family, then reevaluate everything. You don't know me or anyone else personally. Yeah, but we don't need to. You only see what I post here. I don't care if you agree with me or not, or how much you hate those movies. It's not my job to convince you to enjoy them. You certainly aren't going to convince me to hate something I appreciate. And if you need to berate others to prove why a trilogy from years ago is objectively bad, then you're just yapping nonsense and screaming into a void by that point. You are a grown man over the age of 30 going after and making hurtful comments about a 20-something-year-old man's wife solely based on the fact that he does not like the same Space Wizard movies as you. Make it make sense. Grow up and get over yourself. Choose to be better. This is the last time I will ever publicly give attention to this individual, which I have only done once before, unless the situation 100% warrants it. Yeah, thanks for building that caveat in there, because this is February 10th. It's happened multiple times since then.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like, look, man, this is a major triggering. And I learned this online a long time ago, guys, because been on the internet since, the mid to late 90s. Never put anything out there for someone to use unless you don't care if they use it, right? I'm not going to go out there and put, here's my whole fucking family. Like, yeah, because it's going to get memed or whatever. So sorry, but you were out there years ago making Karen or Corinne, whatever the fuck her name is.
Karen, how
appreciation.
Karen.
How dare you mispronounce her name?
That's your fault for putting it out there and being such a pathetic little piece of shit. We're going to use whatever ammo is out there, dude. It's the way that it is. And if you want to, again, we've made the offer. If you want to renounce Disney Star Wars, become an apprentice of the Gatekeepers Alliance, then all will be well. But you won't do it. So we're going to keep on doing it. You go after Allura because you think she's a weak target. Like I said, she could probably roll you up in 45 seconds or something like that. It wouldn't take long at all. So that's why I made that video March 15th and 16th, Arlington, Texas. Open invitation, show up, and we'll see what happens for the face-to-face confrontation. You got the balls or not?
The promo is out there.
There
It
you
is.
go.
It is.
Oh man, this
Real
guy,
Legends Con.
Leave Jacob alone.
Leave Jacob alone.
Like I've said it before, Jacob just got married, is in with the swagman. The swagman follows him, gets the Disney Shill gift baskets. The Sex-Blains follow him. Booming channel, 50,000 subscribers. Why is he wasting time watching us and getting triggered? Like, shouldn't his life just be amazing? But no, it isn't, because it's fake. That's why he gets hashtag triggered.
Mm-hmm.
And he choke speed at the Darth Melvin Shill of the Year, right?
Oh, yeah, he's
Had a
such a
big lead.
loser.
Oh,
He couldn't even win Shill of the Year. He choked.
He didn't
Two
get
other
the Shill
things.
Elite package. He had the
Two other
he got the
things.
junior level Shill.
Remember when he said that I'm publicly cheating on my wife because of like expanded bootyverse segment and stuff like that? And then he said he called me the P word too, the cheese pizza word.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Positive channel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like, bring it on. Like, that's ass-kicking material. Like, come say it to someone's face if you want to be an internet keyboard warrior, right? And here's the thing, guys. I've shown all this to my family, and they freaking laugh at it, and they're like, who is this loser? So this is not a secret. Like, that's how pathetic this guy is. So
This guy
it's
is,
like, hey, if you're watching my entire family on the big screen, we watch all this and everyone laughs at you. That's how pathetic you are. Take it to the next logical
Yeah, it's kind of like the
progression.
Sex-Blains. My wife and daughter were like, who the fuck is this weirdo? Sex-Blain in his fucking slave Leia costume. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with this person?
And who is that satanic redhead behind him too, you know?
Literally.
Fucking Jacob. Just a fucking gap with fake subs.
J.I.A.
There's no telling when it's gonna stop. I think he might go for 100,000.
Isn't he a
might
nap
go for a
too
million.
now?
Whenever
Isn't he a nap too now?
He's a gap. He's a nap. He's a shills. Got a fake wife.
He's got Trump hair. He's going bald. He's got zits. I mean, it's not looking
Stacking
good
up
for him.
everything except for Shill of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he choked it away.
What's a BAP?
Brutus.
Oh, okay.
Brutus. Ooh.
Brutus,
Yeah.
attractive person,
Mm-hmm.
or a furry.
Bill Billington.
Oh yeah, he went into a minor's stream just to harass him. The Positive Star Wars channel.
Yeah.
And he
What?
got caught badly.
Gee, who else has done that?
Got caught in
Yeah.
4K.
Holy shit.
Fucking like went in there, started harassing him because he was getting ripped on for being a shill, and got caught, and it's gonna get exposed in the Jacob documentary.
Big time.
He was the first,
Yep.
but not the last.
Yes.
Are you going to pay me royalties if I appear in the Jacob documentary?
Oh, we'll have to talk about it. For sure.
Oh
I'm gonna strike your channel because I appear in it. That's what I'm gonna do.
There
Next
you go.
episode.
I'm gonna
Using the
defend
likeness.
your position because the reason why he hates you, you just saw a woman and you were just like, whatever, she's fat. And so it's like he took that so personal and tried to cancel you over it.
Yeah.
And like that was like out of line for a positive Star Wars channel. So
Oh, yeah.
like I'm going to be like defending your position in the documentary, and just shows like how unhinged he is, how they're everything they say we are, like just a bunch of fucking hypocrites.
Yeah.
And
He's been like creeping too, because I found one that I'd never seen before tonight when we were looking up the evidence.
Mhm.
And this thing is like around the time of this post that I just showed. And he says, oh, the guy, has a wife and family and a huge house. It's like, how do you know all this? Are you like going out there and looking at all my ex posts? Like he's triggered because he's going after all of our history and all that stuff. He's trying to find out who you are because you know the Instagram account. Like unless someone proves otherwise, this is Darth Melvin and shit like that. It's like obviously
This
some
isn't a
troll that's
meltdown.
created
This is a takedown.
Like he just sees like some of the pictures from your home and like everything, and he will never get to that level of success.
Nope.
And it triggers him.
Yeah.
Triggered badly.
He thinks he's the fucking Joker in the Dark Knight and shit.
That's why we should take away other people's money and give it to people like me who just can never make it honestly.
So I can buy more subscribers.
So, like, I'm thinking the Shills, like, he's surpassed fake news Kyle Katarn. I'm thinking the Shills will see right through him and be like, what's up with this guy? Like, any YouTuber that takes, like, 2 minutes to look at his channel, like, knows it's fake.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some, like, regular who just, like, is not paying attention, like, maybe they'll be fooled by it, but not a YouTuber. They'll see that it's fake.
Right.
Yeah, we all see that it is 100% fake. So,
and here's the thing. I know we want to move on in a minute, but we've talked about this before in groups and individually, but we shouldn't even have to talk about this guy. But number one, it's so damn entertaining. And number two, like it is a story because you're looking at this guy that's so desperately pathetic to become like one of the Shills, right? Like with Sixplained and fake news and whoever else. Like he's that desperate to become one of them that it's just a story that we have to follow. And that's why we do, guys.
And it kind of mirrors like Hollywood and all that shit in general too, right? It's all
Right,
about validation, right? He needs validation. These actors and directors need like everyone needs fucking validation. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
all right. Anything else on Jacob before we move to the final segment? And we got some guests coming. Anything else on Jacob?
Possible Star Wars meltdown coming. Oh my god! The worst people in the fandom talked about me on their new toxic show, Star Triggered, and I'm gonna tell you how triggered I am. And they talked about my fake wife again. So,
And
Star Wars
I
meltdown
have a
coming.
feeling. Yeah, I have a feeling because, like you said, because I'm a female Star Wars fan, that I might be the one, maybe one of the first ones that he goes after because of that. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's just these Shills things. They go after the supposedly weak-looking one out of the bunch, which I am not. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, you might have to take a chain and put it around his wife's neck and like pull back, kind of like in Return of the Jedi. I don't know.
In my Leia slave outfit. Okay.
Yeah, I'll watch that. Yeah.
And maybe his fake wife just isn't doing it for him, and he's just like trying to like see what else is out there. Just
Maybe.
talking to girls on Twitter.
Yep, he probably is a member of Sawyerism's OnlyFans. You know,
I've seen him simp for M. Kenobi, the OnlyFans shill.
I saw that.
So
too.
he's all over her, and I think he's trying to get some OnlyFans puss.
Butterface Kenobi.
Ooh. Damn.
God.
So,
Rip Jacob.
Definitely not being faithful to
No.
that fake wife.
Publicly cheating online. Jeez.
All right. So, as you guys notice, we have not talked about Skeleton Crew tonight because nobody's watching it. What are the ratings outside of the top 10? Worse than the Acolyte, you know. But there's a group of people. We brought some group of guys on there. Some of you in the chat might call them fence riders. And they're going to come on for a little bit and they're going to talk about Skeleton Crew and Disney Star Wars, their take on Disney Star Wars. So we warned them that the chat is probably going to be slightly disrespectful, and they're fine with that. So any final words, guys, before we bring them in?
Bring him in. I'm ready to bring him in.
All right, yeah, we're gonna take a little break. We'll be back at the end and give him just a sec to get settled, and we will be right back, you guys.
The strongest signal coming to you all over the globe. A show unlike any other.
Fans against Gatekeepers.
FAG Pod. We are FAG.
Hello?
Hi, guys. What's going on here? Where's my picture?
Just hang on, guys.
You gonna bring me on camera, or do I have to bounce?
Here we go.
I'm
What's up, guys?
busy.
Well, you
Hey, guys, what's
know.
up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up,
This
guys?
is Neil from the 7 out of 10 podcast.
Oh,
And this
Neil's
is-
on that skeleton crew. I like that show.
Oh, yeah.
Me and my boy Hick, we're on Yavin Base Broadcast. I'm Chef, your boy Chef. This is my boy Hick. And every single Saturday night, we do Yavin Base Broadcast. So we're here for the FAG tonight.
Wow, you don't even let the women go first. Just calm your cheeks now, you guys. And let's just talk about the skeleton crew.
What's up, guys? I'm Star Wars Thesis. Everybody, check out my website, Thesis Sabers. Buy one. I'd appreciate it.
I would like to buy one and and just share it with my husband. Maybe he would love the action from behind.
Yeah, we're kind of a big deal. We're not toxic like those other guys.
Well, unlike Chef, I think I kind of say burn Disney to the ground, but I'm gonna watch it until it does burn. I mean, R.I.P. Gary Kurtz. If he was around, him and Marsha Lucas, the real creators of Star Wars, they bring it back to what it used to be. That's for sure.
I got a question for you, Hick. Have you been going to your adult school at night and learning some more of that reading? Are you to the point where you can read some junior novels from Star Wars? Because I'm ready to read some extended universe.
It's funny you brought that up because I found out from Star Wars Thesis that you can actually do these abridged audiobooks and you don't even got to read.
Yeah, man.
Why-yo?
Yeah, I did an abridged audiobook for New Jedi Order, and honestly, I thought it was a 7 out of 10. The unabridged would probably be higher than that, but 7 out of 10, I was okay with it.
Or you can come and watch some of our clips on our channel here that my husband put together so lovingly, and you might get some sex education behind that,
Pow, pow, pow.
Well, I know, Chef, I think you gave it a 7 out of 10, right? Skeleton Crew?
I gave it a 7 out of 10, as I always do, because I have hope for Star Wars. I think Disney Star Wars can be good, even if it's a Rey movie or a Baby Yoda movie or an R2-D2 or any of those
Diversity.
characters or Chewbacca.
Woman power.
See, you know me, Chef. I'm always a little harder on Disney than you is. I give the Skeleton Crew a 6.9 out of 10.
Yeah, guys. Look, we those guys that were on here earlier, we agree with them on the Acolyte, right? The Acolyte was trash. It was garbage. It was a disgrace. It was obviously a disgrace. But this Skeleton Crew show, it's just fun, man. I'm having so much fun. It brings me back. I was at the gym today, man, doing some curls. You can kind of see my veins a little bit. See the veins like just poking out of my arms there, man. I was at the gym and I was rewatching episode 7 of Skeleton Crew. I had so much fun. It brings me back to, when I was a child, because, I cried. I cried during The Mandalorian season 2 when Luke Skywalker showed up, and it just brings me back, man. It brings me back, and this kids show, man, it touches me. It touches me more than my old my old gym teacher used to touch me back in junior high, man. It really did, and I like the Skeleton Crew. If you don't like it, man, like I don't know what's wrong with you. It's just fun show, kids show, man.
And
Hey,
Thesis,
hey,
I
Star
think you
Wars
would look
faces.
good in chains. I think you would look good with chains around your neck in a beautiful Leia costume.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Hey, Star Wars Thesis, I heard that you called Skeleton Crew cute. Is that true? You called it a cute show?
I think I think Neil's a cute kid. Yeah, he's a cute kid, fun kid. Come on, like don't be a stick in the mud. Don't be a toxic.
I call him Baby Dumbo.
Yeah, the thing with the Acolyte is the Acolyte was, most people agree that it wasn't a good show, but and I rated it. A lot of people call me a shill in the chat. I rated it pretty low on a lot of episodes, but episode 5 with the lightsabers, I gave it a 7 out of 10.
But it's a
7 out of
kid
10.
show. It's a kid show, so that's okay. So just chill and watch it, calm your butt cheeks and just sit down and watch it. Put your Neil on the side. That's what we're doing, is we're putting our Grogu and our Neil together right between us so we can enjoy the ride.
Well, I see this double A in the comments talking about fence riding, and I mean, I thought Andor was a snooze fest, but we are getting K2SO in season 2 of Andor, and I love that character. So yeah, I guess you maybe can't call me a fence rider.
Yeah, listen, double AA or whatever your name is. Listen, man, we're here to talk about Skeleton Crew. We're not here to talk about me personally, and I don't do steroids. I mean, listen, not to talk about my gym teacher again, but in the class, he used to pull out his dick in the class and say, "None of you will ever be this big. None of you will ever be this big." Now, I couldn't measure up to that, but I could work out my entire life, and let's just say I would whoop his ass. Now, I mean, I like gym class, but I do not. I'm not juicing. So, and we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about Star Wars.
We're not going to talk about toxic masculinity here. So stop with that in the chat.
Star Wars Thesis, I really feel for you, man, like having that traumatic experience as a child. But you look great, man. Your physique, I would give it a 7 out of 10.
Well, thank you, man. There's always room to improve. I appreciate the constructive compliment or criticism, whatever it is.
Hey, Shali, can I ask you a question? I need some cover up. My Amazon delivery hasn't made it yet. Can you let me borrow some cover up for my live stream on Saturday night this week?
Why, sweetheart? What do you want to cover up?
I'm talking about makeup. I need some for tomorrow night's stream. Do you have any I can borrow until my Amazon delivery gets here, and I'll pay you back?
Sure, and I can come do your face.
Pow, pow, pow.
I'm married.
So am I. And, I control him by his chain. So I'll just chain him up on the side over there while I do your face.
That's more ass than Chef's seen all year.
And this is great. I haven't had this good of a time since Mandalorian season 3. People ripped on that show quite a bit, said it didn't live up to season 1 and season 2, but I gave the whole series a 7 out of 10. It was, at times, it was peak Star Wars.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. If it wasn't for our channel, I probably wouldn't even be watching this crap.
Mandalorian season 2 Luke Skywalker. Mandalorian Luke Skywalker.
You see, I just don't want to be one of these channels that hates everything. So I'm gonna keep my Disney Plus subscription, watch these shows, give it a fair chance, and you'll find that I'm actually very hard on a lot of these shows. Now, Skeleton Crew, it's a kid show. It's a kid show. It's fun. So for the most part, I've given it a 7 out of 10 every episode.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I've gone even higher. This last episode, man, I mean, it was pretty damn good. I like the dark tone. Jude Law's character kind of reminded me of my gym teacher once again. But anyway, yeah, Mandalorian, Skeleton Crew, Mandalorian season 2 again. I'm a pretty jacked dude. I look like a toxic masculine dude, but I'm not afraid to show emotion when Disney Star Wars earns it and shed a tear from time to time.
Yeah, even though I'm on the fence with Disney Wars, I mean, the prequel trilogy is trash. It's the worst thing in Star Wars since them cotton-picking Ewoks in Return of the Jedi. Well, except Revenge of the Sith. I think most people like that.
Cotton picking. Why you bring Darth Chaco into this?
Who's Darth Chaco?
Oh, he's
Come
that
on
boy.
now, let's not
that...
make fun of diversity now, you guys. That's not good. You might get canceled, I led one of the biggest campaigns so far, and sorry, Thesis, but you ended up being on there because there's some things that you stand for that we don't stand for.
Look, guys, I just want to enjoy Star Wars. I don't want Disney Star Wars to fail. Like Disney Star, that's not going to do anything. I just want good Star Wars.
Well, I thought Thesis stood for everything.
If you go into it, if you just manage your expectations, if you go into it, just Acolyte level expectations, you might enjoy. You might have fun.
And I find that the toxicity in this fandom, we don't need to be toxic towards each other. We got people that hate Disney Star Wars, love Disney Star Wars, and then people that just think it's kind of mid, 7 out of 10. And, I was talking with Darth Chaco, and he really loves The Last Jedi. And for me, I wasn't the biggest fan of The Last Jedi. I did give The Force Awakens a 7 out of 10. And so at first our conversation was it was kind of hard, but by the end of it, we're cracking jokes and it's like, pow, pow, pow. It's like, I'm going to appear on his podcast now. So I feel that we can reach a lot of common ground here with Disney Star Wars.
Yeah, Neil, I liked the Last Jedi too at first, and then when the majority of my audience didn't like it, I kind of just turned on it. Same with the Rise of Skywalker. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Actually, there was some good things in that. I was satisfied with some of what I got in that movie. That again, when you're at my level and thesis sabers and not from China, don't believe that fake news. But yeah, man, it was a good one. But you gotta go with the tone. You gotta follow your audience's lead sometimes.
That's why we
guys-
were canceling you, because you keep switching the fence. You keep on jumping back and forth on the fence, and you need to like all Disney Star Wars no matter what.
Well, I mean, Charlie, I do think Simple Thesis, I think he's the self-appointed George Lucas purist. And me, myself, I know I'm an OT purist. There seems to be a lot of purists out there all of a sudden. It seems like some kind of trend on the internet.
You guys are talking about Last Jedi and how you liked it at first. That movie's an abomination. Now Mandalorian's good. Even though Mandalorian leads into the events of Last Jedi, I hate The Last Jedi and the Acolyte. I like Mandalorian. At season 2 with Luke Skywalker, it redeemed Disney Star Wars. I think I hear banjos in the background.
All right,
So
you guys, go ahead, Neil. Sorry.
So what is the chat? Think about us coming together here. Is it not your thing? Is it a 10 out of 10 or just 7 out of 10?
We're fans against we're taking a stand. We're fans like real Star Wars, George Lucas Star Wars, but we're against gatekeepers. We're coming out of the closet, so to speak, to be an FAG, man. So we're standing up, proud, and we're just doing it.
Yeah, I get back to the toxicity. I was at a con recently, and someone came up to me, and it was just harassing me for my positive reviews. I gave 7 out of 10s, if you call that positive, of the Acolyte, and I was just like, pow, pow, pow! I'm happy to be an FAG. Happy to be an FAG. And just weirded him out. He didn't want to talk to me anymore. Sometimes that's what you got to do. It's, in the face of haters, just pow, 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 stand up to them, not be intimidated. We're not. I don't want to be a channel that just hates everything unconditionally. I want to give everything a chance. I want to continue to give Disney my money.
All the Star Wars, and this is what me and my husband has been about, with Sexplain channel and celebrating the LGBTQ. So coming out as fans against gatekeepers, this is a great start to heal the Star Wars community and get rid of those misogynistic assholes that are gatekeeping against our fun.
And I like how Thesis came out against gatekeeping as well when he was talking about Anakin being gay and it did not matter. And,
absolutely,
that is a very good take, especially because I don't like them prequels. If Marsha Lucas had been involved, they would have been a lot better.
I see that Jewish Mexican in the chat, Jorge Lucas, saying he wants dueling banjos. And I know we're trying to wrap up, but I think we need to give him about 10 seconds of that. You ready, Hick? But we are FAG, guys. And me and Hick were from Yavin Base Broadcast.
All right, guys. Final ratings for Skeleton Crew out of 10. What do you guys think? I think I know what Neil's gonna say, and I'm gonna preemptively agree with him. I think it's a 7 out of 10 show. Good show, fun show, kid show.
All kids show.
Which rating scale? Which rating scale you using, Thesis? I know you got about 17 different rating scales on the show.
Well, it's a kid show. It's a kid show, so I have to curve the scale, because it's a kid show. If the writing doesn't make sense, it doesn't make, if it's not as good as, say, George Lucas Star. It's a kid show. You have the kids are stupid, and adults. It doesn't have to be as good because it's a kid show. So 7 out of 10.
I got you. Well, again, I think I'm the toughest on the grader. I think I'm going to stand firm on my 6.9 out of 10.
69? Oh, 6.9.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yes, Shaoli. I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Good. See, we're all on the same level here. That's awesome.
Thesis, I like how you think, Thesis. 7 out of 10. This is a fun show. It's a kid show. It's fun. Reminds me of Goonies, Hook, Harry Potter. It just brings back the nostalgia. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Pow, 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 pow.
It's all fun Star Wars. Star Wars is just Star Wars all around. It's fake anyways, and so just have fun with it and, love to meet up again and talk about how we can protect what we love against the gatekeepers.
And yes, we will be back. We need to be back for Andor, man. I'm pumped for Andor. It's gonna be 2 in a row, man. 2 in a row. Skeleton Crew kid show, and then we're going full on adult for Andor, man. Can't fucking wait.
K2SO for the W.
Hey, Shali, hit me up on that makeup stream we were gonna do. I think it'll be so much fun.
Yeah, I'll just tie my husband up in the corner, and then we'll have some fun putting that makeup on you.
How?
All right, guys. This was Fans Against Gatekeepers. We are FAGs. Thank you to those those other guys for having us on, and we're gonna bounce, I guess, as Chef would say.
Bounce.
I like to bounce.
Bounce with me.
I'm gonna bounce on over to that quote unquote 12-year-old stream. We're gonna give the link out to 3 of our buddies.
See you later, guys. You can catch me on the 7 out of 10 podcast coming at you live We're coming at you live multiple times next week. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later.
And make sure you go and buy a Thesis Saber as well. They're only $1,000.
The strongest signal coming to you all over the globe. The show unlike any other.
Fans against gatekeeping.
FAG Pod. We are FAG.
Okay, that was the FAG pod.
Very interesting group of guests we got on there, Grizzy. I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
I hope they didn't scare away half the fucking audience.
Oh, God. And just imagine just liking Disney Star Wars that much to where you have to stop people from protecting something that's so valuable and worthwhile to have in your life. My God,
Yeah.
that was a train wreck watching. Holy crap.
I didn't see much of it because I was downstairs for a while. So let me know what I missed later, guys.
You
Yeah,
got to catch the
definitely.
replay.
I heard Neil, my boy, got on. Is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Nice.
I heard he got a 7 out of 10 though. So
Oh, of course, like he's a fucking shill. But he keeps at it, you know. He tries to be super positive about Disney Star Wars. It's a little sad.
Anyway, that is yeah, so that's it. We're gonna run through some super chats real quick and wrap up. Wow, look at that, right at about the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
Great great fucking job. Yeah, that was kind of painful to listen to. I was here because they were barking orders at me backstage too in the private chat, saying we want this, we want this. So it was really, really tough there. But the backseater Let's Plays and commentary for $2. All the shills beware, the triggering has begun. And I think it was pretty successful.
They are going to be triggered.
Yeah. You know, and that Sholly has blocked. So it's kind of interesting just to see her on here and what she stands for. Holy shit. She doesn't
Holy
care about
shit.
diversity.
So make sure to spread this stream around, everyone. Like, fuck the Fandom Menace. The Gatekeepers Alliance is here. Whenever these shills cry about a group that's too toxic, it's going to be us.
yeah,
No
big time.
more of this Fandom Menace bullshit.
And we're not going to be riding the fence either, guys. Riding the fence.
Like, you're either with us or you're against us. And if you're against us, look out.
You want to have fun with the shills? Go have fun with the shills. You might find yourself in the crosshairs.
If you're not with me, you're my enemy.
Curtis D of Montana, member for 5 months. Thank you. I have a 24-hour chat bans for hunting shill feels. Oh, that's too bad.
Good stuff. Good stuff, Curtis.
Gabriel Knight earlier gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Gabriel Knight. And oh, there he is. Sergeant Sodomy, member for 3 months. When is the first episode of Grizz Hansen debut? You know, funny, we kind of talked about something like that the other night. Just like exposing Shill's Hansen style. And I don't know, that might have to be a thing. Maybe a future segment.
That would be fun.
It's going to take a lot of work. We're going to have to go undercover. We're going to have to, you know, maybe Catfish Katarn might get catfished again.
It'd be like the Sparrow Files on steroids, basically. Maybe some thesis steroids.
Like, always have to be evolving the channels. Like, look what we're doing now. Gatekeepers Alliance, Star Triggered. So, yeah, Grizz Hansen could become a thing.
Yeah.
And earlier as well, holy shit, Darth Ghostface dropped a big one, 50. gifted memberships. Thank you,
Showering
Darth
us with memberships.
Ghostface.
Yes.
You got a Louise
Yes,
Julie clip? for him?
yes.
Oh God, I didn't have anything. Hang on, I'll have to change the background. But if you guys really want it, I can.
I think I sent you a Louise Julie.
Oh, I might not. Oh, yes, you did.
He knows mine.
Star Wars Outlaws are all.
Great click. Never gets old. Never gets old. Darth Ghostface, man, thank you so much for the 50 memberships. The channel support is much appreciated.
Good looking out, Ghostface.
Black Metal Nazgul for 5. I'm so glad Trump goes into office 2 days after my birthday. Let's go. Drink.
Oh, okay.
Non-alcoholic tonight, but and fuck Newscomb for handling the fires here in Cali so poorly. Wow, you live in California. God, that must suck. That must suck, Black Metal Nazgul. But thank you, man, for the $5. Glitchman Omega for 10. Be wary of that park place going forward. Gatekeepers. Some of their recent articles by newer writers have been suspiciously fence-sitting. They got rid of John Trent, so that should say something. I think I've covered that guy before.
Yeah, we've been on, like, especially Tim, Blake, Greg, like they've been on to them for quite a while now.
There she is. She's back.
I got yeeted. Ever since I updated my computer, it's been acting like shit, but I'm back.
Best happen now than earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that park place is run by WDW Con, so just be aware of that.
Yep.
Thank you, Glitchman Omega, for the $10. Holy Shitful gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Holy Shitful, for the 10, man. Appreciate that.
Good looking out.
Jedi Knight of the Tifa Cult for 5. Doomcock, I think I heard about this. Doomcock made another video fawning over Jude Law. Said it's a shame that Star Wars fans aren't watching Skeleton Crew and slung more fake rumors. He's an authentic shill. I think there's some people in here who might agree with that.
Well, yeah. like
like
he was part of my Drain the Swamp video a couple of weeks ago, where about a year and a half ago, he's like, guys, we have to stop giving money to Disney Star Wars. And then, just a few weeks ago, here at long last are my first 3 reviews of Skeleton Crew. What a freaking fraud, man.
And while he slangs
faithful,
he slangs hopium, and then Sparrow was slanging some hopium over on the Latino Slant, who's also blocked me because I asked some questions if the Ray movie was going to be a sizzle reel or not. So that offended them too much. I was too toxic, and they blocked me too.
Maybe you should have worn a really small.
You got a massive playlist on this guy on my channel, Doomcock. Total fucking fraud. Wouldn't surprise me if he's controlled opposition. It's that bad. And everyone thinks he's a fucking badass. He's never done anything like this, the Gatekeepers Alliance. He just wants you to continue to consume your Communist Plus and shill for Jon Favreau, who is going to, quote-unquote, save Star Wars. All a fucking lie. He just wants the engagement on his channel. That's what these fucking fence riders do. Fucking shills.
Yeah, you should have worn the douchebag tiny fedora, Justin, and then maybe he would have liked you.
Yeah, right. Well, it's funny. The Filoni faithful have now become, like Melvin's coined them, the disciples of Favreau. It's funny how they all shift their opinions, and everyone miraculously now thinks Favreau's the man instead of Filoni.
Oh, and by the way, it was exposed that Cameron Pasha lives with his mother. So that's
right.
Yeah, and their GoFundMe for the fires. Hey, sorry the fires are happening, but I just find it hilarious that all those videos he makes from that room are in his mother's house. Fantastic. Big Hollywood big shot.
The ancient method of Pasha storytelling, right?
Yep.
I guess we know how he can afford the expensive rent over there.
Darth Chipmunk for 5. Have you played Jedi Fallen Order and or Jedi Survivor? The Cal Kestis stories are carrying Star Wars right now. I think Cal Kestis
no.
sucks. I think he sucks. It's still Disney Star Wars, and we reject all
Right.
Disney Star Wars.
Mhm.
And I can't tell you the number of these fucking shills that I cover who think that Cal Kestis is going to show up in one. He's going to show up. I've heard Andor season 2, Cal Kestis is showing up. I've heard Ahsoka season 2, Cal Kestis is showing up. Cal Kestis,
Oh, yeah.
fuck Cal Kestis.
Well, hold on. I got to ask the question: is Cal Kestis? I know nothing about this character. Is he 18 and above? Maybe he's not, and that's why they're asking. So,
Oh, he's a redhead, so if he does live action, they're gonna have to race swap his ass. But to answer your question, Darth Chipmunk, I haven't played Jedi Fallen Over or Jedi Survivor, but it's funny that you brought this up because I just visited this last night when I was doing my Knights of Melvin tournament entry. Not only did Star Wars Theory play 36 and a half hours of Outlaws, he has played a total of fucking 22 hours of Fallen Order and 49 hours of Jedi Survivor. So, yeah. Kind of explains where he's at on the side of the fence.
And Cal Kestis is another Jedi that survived Order 66. So I've lost count what we're up to now, but he is another one.
And so I think most people can universally agree that the High Republic is garbage, the Acolyte. This game incorporates the High Republic. I believe the second one does. And then I think there's also a scene where Vader gets cucked as well.
Yep.
That's Disney Star Wars, incorporating their fake canon and cucking Vader. I have no doubt that he's going to appear in some show in the Filoni, Favreau shit in the future.
Yeah.
Probably be a part of Rey's Jedi Order, where Filoni's master plan is to bring all the strong women back into play. Like Reva is still alive. Omega might become a Jedi. Sabine Wren is going to be there. And Cal Kestis, he might become a trans and be a part of Rey's Jedi Order.
And it's funny, it all ties together. Melvin's done video. He's done a couple videos. I've done a couple videos on the yellow lightsaber agenda. And that game also ties into that because if you notice the Shin Hati and fucking Balin Skull, their lightsabers are fucking like an orangish tint instead of red. That started also from that fucking game, that second Jedi whatever game. So they're tying all this fake bullshit Disney lore all together.
Well, yeah, and then you get Luke Skywalker too with his yellow lightsaber in between.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So to answer the question, now I think I tried Fallen Order, but I didn't like it.
And so just to make it green with black.
Yeah, I think I had a free download.
Oh,
I did
okay,
not.
I'm still here.
Yes, you're still here. I did not pay.
Okay.
I did not pay for it. It was just a free PlayStation download. And I was like, I'll try. I think I got 5 minutes into it, and I did not like it at all. As for the gameplay,
That was a great super chat, though. A lot of things to say about it.
Yeah.
Peter Rackus for $5. Could we have a Shill co-host on Star Triggered? John Woka. Yeah, I doubt John Roca, top Shill 2024, would be all that interested in coming on. I heard that people were congratulating him via super chats, and he got angry and banned them.
yeah, but he could wind up on FAG Pod, right? Easily.
He's a bit of a fence rider himself. He did not. That's why I was so surprised that he won Top Shill 2024 because he did not really like the Acolyte. But he did say that 6-year-olds should be allowed to watch threesomes. So I guess that kind of put him over the hump a little bit there.
The
Predator shit.
Words intended. Pun intended.
He can maybe guest on here, but we only got 5 slots open. Maybe one of us will have to sit out while he comes on.
Yeah.
Kind of have a weight limit. That's why like Jacob, you can't get it. You have to be like somewhat. You can't break your chair. Go into a full rage. This guy.
Got to be able to fit on one airline seat.
Yeah.
The legs might spread apart. On the chair. I'm talking about the chair.
Geek 85 for $5. First the Raylos, now the Brutus beat-offs. What the fuck is wrong with the Disney shills? How much time you got?
A lot of things. Yeah, a lot of things are wrong with them. That's why we are Gatekeepers Alliance here to expose what's wrong with them.
And trigger them, because it just leads, it's an endless cycle.
Mm-hmm. They write the content for us. We just report it.
It's like they think we got to get them to the point. I know Darth Melvin says this a lot. We got to get them to the point where they are so uncomfortable liking Disney Star Wars that they just either stop talking about it, stop watching, or stop shilling, or stop uploading videos.
Mm-hmm.
That's like that's how we win.
And a lot of that's happening, right? Because when Melvin does the anti-watch parties on Skeleton Crew, they're all fucking hiding. A lot of them are doing the watch-along parties on another day because they know they're going to get fucking picked out. A lot of the ones on your streams that you used to watch, right, Grizzy? They're all of a sudden they're not there anymore. So
the reaction, I think it's in part, it's a lot of things. It's in part the fact that Disney Star Wars is just in a fucking free fall right now. But go back and watch those people during Mandalorian season 2, Book of Boba Fett. Even they thought the Luke Skywalker Cad Bane episode of the Book of Boba Fett was like the best thing ever. They thought it was the best goddamn thing ever since the original trilogy, and now nobody even talks about it in a positive way. It's only used as an example of like horrible CGI and obvious key jingling. You know, same with the Ahsoka episode 5. Like that's the only thing they do that get these people anything. And now they kind of just sit there. And it is in part us clowning them and making fun of them and feeling uncomfortable about this. Nobody is even watching Skeleton Crew.
And Ahsoka episode 5, it was Ahsoka as a kid they all liked a lot too, including your boy Harloff, huh?
Garbage fucking episode, garbage show, Ahsoka. Like, people rip on the Acolyte and everything. Like, I really think if Leslie Headland directed Ahsoka, like, that would have got ripped on even more. But no, because it's Dave Filoni, like, they give it a pass. The show's horrible.
It's just a campfire story, guys.
And like, the fucking Skeleton Crew, after the Acolyte being so bad, we got them on the ropes. Like, they're fucking making excuses for this show. It just goes to show they want to stretch this out as long as possible. Support Favreau, even though they jumped off his bandwagon because of Mando season 3 and Book of Boba Fett. So they're now on his bandwagon. And how long is that going to go for? Years. Unacceptable.
Up to the Mandalorian and Grogu, there's going to be, they're going to be, everyone's going, we need to give it a chance. Like Andor has their fans. And then we have what? Next is either the Mandalorian and Grogu, or is it Ahsoka season 2?
It's going to be Mandalorian and Grogu, and that is going to have to be Acolyte level SJW horseshit for them to, like, really take a step back and be like, whoa, like, we can't do this anymore. It's going to be bad, but is it going to be bad to that level? I don't think it's going to hit that level of Leslie Headland. And so they're going to continue to kick the can down the road, make an excuse for why it was bad. Be like, and they'll maybe use the excuse, well, it wasn't the Acolyte, because that's what they're doing for Skeleton Crew. So, like, I'm sick of it. I don't have time to wait till 2030 for them to, like, fucking get it. Like, no, they need to get it now.
It's bound to happen. 03 Gorilla for $5. What was the reaction of the Brutus beat-offs when Brutus got smoked? Best part of Rumor Crew so far.
I'm a little scared to define smoke. That doesn't sound very good.
He got shot.
Okay.
He got killed.
Tam
Right.
was heartbroken.
Yeah.
He posted a broken heart.
Oh God, of course.
That kind of goes my Wokolite when I did the slow motion of Yord getting his fucking neck snapped. It's the same thing, and then 1,000 shills screamed out in terror because
I bet a lot of "Let's Go's" were shouted. A lot of "Let's Go's" were shouted.
Disgusting, but you know the shills are disgusting. How many shills in this fandom would fuck the dead bodies of Yord and Brutus. Like, seriously. How many, like, how far does it go for them? Like the guy who was a part of the Brutus beat-offs. Like, you think he would fucking have a go with Brutus after he gets shot in the head? I think some of them would. I really do. I would have never thought like there'd be a fucking group called the Brutus beat-offs, a bunch of furries uniting and watching this show. Don't ever underestimate these shills.
Oh yeah,
that's definitely a definition of othetic, I would say.
Right.
Ministry of Wrong Thing for $2. What's the French? What the French fried fuck did I walk in on? That was the FAG pod.
Yes.
Fans against gatekeepers was what you walked in on there. Yeah, they bounced. They bounced. They got out of here. Yeah, they had a very strict time limit.
It'll probably be a rotating panel, but I'm sure there'll be return guests from time to time.
Might be some new ones as well.
And it's like, if you're so triggered by us ripping apart Disney Star Wars, you might as well be a part of the FAG.
Yep.
Yep. LeGarrette for 5. Why Star Wars explained by 1,000 subscribers on Christmas? Did he?
Probably to take care of the hemorrhaging that his channel got after they tried to do the hit piece.
I know Fake News Kyle bought subscribers. He was at 47,000 for the longest time, 47.5. Bought it to get to 50,000. Had Jacob level growth. Fake Jacob level growth for like a week and a half. And then he bragged about 50,000 subscribers. He's still at 50,000, and Jacob surpassed him with his fake subs.
Mm-hmm.
So other than, there might be more shills doing it, but those are two that I know of. Jacob is the huge offender. Kyle, I don't know if he's done it before, but I know he's done it once.
They're just not thinking long term. They're not thinking about the consequences of eventually when the growth stops, unless you keep paying, it's going to become obvious. We're talking about it right now, right? They're not thinking long term here.
I know Kyle Katarn has gotten video views in like the 6 figures.
Yeah,
like,
so
not like, recently, but like he has. So like it would imply that like the early growth of his channel was legitimate, but they're plateauing. They're all plateauing.
Oh yeah, Fake News. His channel's fucking dead. Like, he's getting a few views on Skeleton Crew reviews, but for someone of his status, someone who's like invited to the Lucasfilm sex parties, it's like he should be getting more views than like what 15,000 for Skeleton Crew. Like, that's the only time he gets views is when he reacts to shit ass Disney Star Wars. Whenever he does anything else, it's under 1,000.
One thing's for certain, we would never catch Kyle debating LeGarrette. That's for sure.
Down.
Fucking Fake News, Kyle Katarn.
He did one. Fraud. I covered it on Wednesday. He did a video on a gonk droid walking.
Oh my god, that's a quality content.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was like a 3 or 4 minute video. It was just a gonk droid walking, and the camera was like circling it, and he's just sitting there reacting to that. That was a fan film.
It's like one of those creeper cams where guys are like following chicks and like, videoing their asses, but he does it with droids. Something J.I. Acup would do. He likes robots, I hear.
He identifies as Disneylando, obviously.
Yeah. Disney pays these accounts like the Sex Plains, Fake News, Kyle Katarn, and like, we're going to figure it out. We're going to expose it.
Let's do it.
Okay, Ministry of Wrong Think. I have no idea about this. So somebody, I'll just read it real quick. Could you elaborate on the Josh Trent Park Place WDW pro drama? I'm pretty far out of the loop.
I don't know if there's any drama, but he was obviously John owned Bounding Into Comics for a long time. He bought it from someone else. He sold it to someone else. He stayed there for a couple of years after he sold it, and then they sold it again. And the people that came in wanted to change ideological direction. So John left, and he told me all this, right? This isn't like just something I heard. He told me this directly. So he went to WW Pro. They said, "Oh yeah, I think Pro is a good guy and all this stuff." It wasn't even a year, and then suddenly he disappeared, and now he's on Fandom. What is it called?
Phantom Pulse?
No, it's John Della Rosa's website. So he's wrapped up with him now, and John Trent isn't a bad guy. It's not Josh Trent, it's John F. Trent Ministries. So I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Maybe by the time of the spacing, I'll have some updates. Yeah, Fandom Wire, Mike.
Wire,
right.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and John's not a bad guy. He gets wrapped up with the wrong people a lot of times. So I'll have you an update on Friday.
Okay, hope that answers your question. We just got one more. Derek Lopez for $5. I like you're brave to come in here and say that. I'll give you that.
And he's paid $5 to say it too.
Yeah, I'll give you credit. You got some balls. I like Ahsoka, but she should have died in Rebels Season 2. It would have made more sense as to why she wasn't in the OT and closed any continuity holes. Well,
no, she should have died before Revenge of the Sith. If you want to talk about continuity, she shouldn't have existed. She shouldn't have.
Yes,
existed.
I was going to say she never should have. She never should have existed. She was not mentioned in Revenge of the Sith. Anakin Skywalker never had an apprentice, but Dave Filoni wanted. We've seen the clips of Filoni. He has a strong whammon boner. Literally,
And
loves Rey, loves Jyn Erso. Said in that interview, don't like Rey, too bad. Don't like Jyn Erso, too bad. You're probably going to get more. And we have gotten more.
Too bad. And Rebel sucks and never should have been made. I thought I'd just throw that out there, too.
And TCW is the thought bomb of continuity of the real Star Wars canon and the EU.
Oh, yeah. It started before the Disney acquisition, the destruction of canon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought Ahsoka, as for Ahsoka, I thought that was maybe the third worst show for it might have been worse than Book of Boba Fett to me. I don't know. Very first episode, we get another lightsaber stab and Sabine survived because she's strong women.
There was people defending that.
Oh,
people crying their eyes out in Kenobi.
It cauterized it, Darth Maul. It cauterized it.
Yeah.
We had a bunch
punctured
of
lung.
medical
It
experts.
cauterized the punctured lung.
And the people
had a
that
bunch of unemployed shills all of a sudden with medical degrees talking about this shit on Twitter.
Are you a biologist?
Well, it's funny, too. A lot of the same people that made fun of Leia Poppins had no problem with cartwheels in fucking space either.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That was cringe. Yeah.
Made the Disney Star Wars mega cut.
The more I think about this show, it's fucking terrible.
It is.
It is Acolyte level bad, but it wasn't treated like that.
Yeah.
No, you guys don't get it. Filoni knows about Kurosawa, so he gave her training fucking sticks that look like fucking Japanese swords, because that's what George was thinking when he invoked Kurosawa.
Oh yeah, appeal to authority. That's all Dave Filoni does is appeal to authority, make himself look like he knows what the hell he's doing.
My favorite was Sabine, who is not force sensitive at all. And then everyone's like, well, maybe she can move the coffee cup at the end of the season. I could accept that. And she's fucking slicing and dicing at the end of the season. And they all praised it. No one said well, it was bullshit how quickly she got good at the Force. But that's just what Disney Star Wars is. She raised Skywalkered.
Force push somebody fucking 3 football fields length. Yeah.
and the dumbass jumps and just trusts her. It's all right, yeah, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm gonna just jump to my death and hope it works out.
Fucking garbage show. They did the epic key jingle. They did the best visual in all of Star Wars, which was the Vader silhouette lightning flash. They did it twice too, by the way. Best thing, and this is Star Wars. This is Star Wars. No.
You have people on Twitter being Filoni cut. He cut everyone. fucking took a shit.
Derek Lopez for another 2. Clone Wars by I can't pronounce this. Can someone pronounce that?
Gendy Tartakovsky is way better.
Gendy.
Yeah, we have lots of videos. Like I have like 3 or 4 videos.
That's the
on
micro
it.
series.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched that. I liked it.
Which is canon, by the way.
Yes, it is. It actually leads right into Revenge of the Sith. The fucking show
Right.
ends at the
Approved
beginning of
by
Revenge of the
George
By
Lucas.
George. Yes, and yes. Yes, yes.
Yes, and George was working with James Luceno writing the Labyrinth of Evil prequel book that also ties in like to those events as well. So it's
Stop
amazing.
wiggling me, purist, with your pure Star Wars. Stop it!
And
It's
then
legend.
Matt
It's
Matt
legend.
Stover wrote Revenge of the
Legends.
Sith and stuck around with George Lucas for days at Skywalker Ranch and knows
Right.
that everything written was canon. It was all canon.
And helped other authors, get their feedback from Lucas as well. So there was a lot of synergy going on when creating that lore during that time.
Yep.
All right, we are caught up. We're closing in on 2.5 hours, so I think a lot of us have some work to get to. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the first episode of Star Triggered. We're gonna be back on Darth. When are we gonna be back for the next episode?
In a month?
Haven't decided, but it's going to be sometime next month. We're going to do this monthly.
Yeah, maybe
It'll be that time of the month. Yeah.
Maybe the 14th.
Something like
Get
that.
on my
but-
cycle, you guys. I'm just joking.
The idea is to get this weekly, and in order for that to happen, need to subscribe to the Gatekeepers Alliance channel. Eventually, we want to get the streams over there, get memberships over there, and
Right.
it's it's going to be a work in
A lot
progress.
of fun stuff planned. A lot of fun
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
planned.
But I think this was a powerful first stream, and I could already hear, if you could just stop and listen, you can hear the fucking Shills crying their eyes out.
Yep.
So I can't wait for it to get spread around, and hopefully we make Reddit again and trigger the smelly Redditors.
I'd love for them to make it like when we're ripping them as well. Like they get they find out that we rip them, and then they talk about
just
that.
imagine
That would be that would just be delight.
That'd be a
read
gold mine to dig through. Oh my God, yes. Like I said, they write the content for us. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Shills. Cry more, cry more. All right. Final words for the stream. What do we got coming up on the channel? Darth Melvin. Darth Melvin, you have your Disney Shill Awards tomorrow, do you not?
Yes, I do. Disney Shill Awards. Sex Blaine is going to get presented the trophy, have his own special video, and we got other awards to give out, and looking forward to that. And then the Darth Melvin tournament next week, Task 3, going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think I think 7 out of 10. I think the FAG pod dragged it down a little bit. But
Yeah.
that's okay. That's
fair.
okay.
Fair.
Yeah, it's a 7 out of 10 stream. Stream. OG Star Wars, what do you got coming up?
So, follow me on Twitter. You will find all the shill action against me. I could just barely mention something about George Lucas era Star Wars and they go off. So for that type of content that will feed our Gatekeeping Alliance here, follow me there. But on the channel, OG Star Wars, Calf Chat coming up Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we are going through the early invasion of the Yuuzhan Vong and the New Jedi Order, talking that lore, Lucas Facts, Book of the Week, Cringe Factor. So stay tuned. A lot of fun is to be had that morning, every Thursday morning. And stay tuned for short lore briefs that I've been doing lately. So something might pop up there for you guys. You might learn something new. So thank you again, you guys. And it's amazing to be a part of this alliance. And stay tuned for future content on Twitter regarding Shills. So,
All right, United Spacers.
Yeah, so every Friday night, the spacing. If this thing here becomes weekly, I don't know. I'll probably move it to Saturday morning or something like that. We'll see what happens. But we always have fun on that. We space a shill every single week. Every guest spaces their own shill. Wednesday nights back to streaming again, and then working on some long form videos, a big one. Maybe going to collaborate a little bit with Star Wars Marvel purists and OG Star Wars on here. I mean, a big one. So get ready for that sometime in the next, I'd say 6 months, a really long form video, and just making content with whatever comes up when I have time. But right now it's all about live streaming, Gatekeepers Alliance, Star Triggered. That's what I'm going to focus on because it's what we need to do. It's the funnest thing to do, and I think it has the most effect. So that's what we're going to go after. And then don't forget, March 15th and 16th, Real Legends Con, or EU Con as we call it. The challenge is out. It's like if he wants to show up, J.I. Acup, you can confront me face to face. That's all I'm going to say. Can't wait until the next Star Triggered. Thanks for doing this with us, guys. You're all awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Purist.
Man, I got too much shit going on. Now that this stream is over, I got to get going on the Melvin tournament round 3. Me and Chuck are the top 2. I'm number 1 right now. Chuck's number 2 right behind me. So that's why I had that information about theory and stuff, because we are going to prove on fucking Saturday, next Saturday, that Star Wars Theory is a Disney shill, not a fence rider. After that, I'm going to be having United Spacers Alliance over here to my right, and Matt Wilkins on for book 2 of 19 of the New Jedi Order on Pure Unadulterated Star Wars, January 23rd at 9:15 p.m. And I believe I will also be having Liquid Blake or Darth Paz on towards the end of January. I don't have a date yet for Pure Unadulterated Marvel, and then the other one will be on in a week or 2 after that. So we got a lot of big stuff going on. You guys, we just got monetized. Grizzy, big shout out to you for helping dragging me across the finish line and your audience, and then everybody that's on this panel. Everyone's been shouting out the channel and stuff. We put a lot of hard work in, and now it's all paying off. We have Star Wars Normie episode 1 is at almost 1,100 views right now, and I already have episodes 2, 3, and 4 already pre-planned. I haven't put them together yet, but I know exactly what they're going to be on, and they're all going to tie together very nicely. And then I also have the somebody requested from my audience, because I went over infographics about George Lucas's involvement with the expanded universe, said I should make a video out of that, and I actually was just going to only do a live stream on it. So I made the first video on that. It's 30 views away from 2,000 right now, and that's going to be a 4-part series as well. And it debunks a lot of the bullshit, talking points that people like even Star Wars Normie are using that were used way back in 2014 when the non-canon, quote unquote, expanded universe got decanonized. Square that hole. But yeah, that's about it. We got a lot of shit going on. We got a lot of momentum. Everyone, I'm not the first to use the name purist, right? But it is sure funny that everyone in the Star Wars community is a purist about something now all of a sudden, because they see all the momentum that all of us have.
Nice. As for me, I will be live again Sunday night. That's in 2 days. Yeah, in 2 days. For Skeleton Crew, Shill Watch-Alongs, Episode 7, just 2 more. And for the finale, open invitation to all members of the Gatekeepers Alliance for the finale. It will be a drinking stream.
Okay.
So open invitation. If you're busy, need a break, don't have to show up, but open invitation is there. And as for videos, I'm gonna have to consult the list of shills. I haven't consulted the list of shills in about a day, so I'm gonna have to go through there. Might have some MCU stuff coming, might have some Snow White stuff coming, might have some more Star Wars stuff coming with the recasting of Balin's Skull. Got a lot of shills talking about that, so we will see you guys anyway. Thank you to the Gatekeepers for showing up. A very successful first ever episode of Star Trigger. We'll keep you posted on episode 2. Thank you, chat, for sticking with us. And links to everyone's channel is in the description of the video. Be sure to head over and give them all a sub. Check out their content. Check out their live streams. All right, guys. Thank you for a great stream. We will all see you when we see you.
Peace.
Later.
See ya.